Do they want to be called a rodent man? I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's the nicest thing. Like we always said, if we flipped it with girls, I don't know if I want to be called like a pig or something, you know?
This month, it's been every other week we had a mukbang.
No, we had one. We had Wendy's.
Wendy's, and we had, but the Wendy's one was Wendy's and crumble and the Sabrina Carpenter ice cream.
Okay, that's intermittent fasting. We did it all in one day. Like a guy gymnast. Do you think they tuck?
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks. She's just Trish.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Just Trish. We are so happy to have you here, and I hope you had your grams of protein today. You need 120 according to Oscar, so if you didn't, we're all doomed.
What an intro.
What an intro. It's our protein day here. It's our nutritional day here. Did you know? Well, let's get into it first. I do want to talk about the bread. Don't let me forget the food pyramid. I want to talk about that. This is our second hot topics. We run out of hot topics.
It's a pyramid scheme.
Oh my god. This is gonna be a fun one. I'm also like so deranged because I'm just like so tired that I feel like it's gonna be just kooky, crazy, quirky, fun. The girls have wanted a lighthearted episode. This is it.
This is a lighthearted episode. It's lighthearted. Maybe I should talk softly. I'm saving my voice because I have to sing this weekend. So, you guys, I'm Ariana Grande. I've been doing a lot of skinny cosplays lately. I did Zendaya on Monday, and my hairstylist like, maybe you're manifesting being skinny. I'm like, probably. I'm Ariana Grande if she was 150 pounds heavier, but I'm really into the Olympics. We have a lot of Olympic news. Oh, you doing a profile shot? I feel like I should only sit profile today because my hair slicked back. We know. I'm no Brooke Schofield over here. I can't pull it off. God, they really are just so... You know what I learned is to not show your double chin. Put your tongue at the top of the roof of your mouth. You knew this?
Yes.
Does it work?
I do it in photos because I can only hold it for so long. Like,
you couldn't do it for the whole podcast? Oh, you're like sticking it out too.
Can you talk and do that?
Yes, I can. Actually, no. The talking is where it ruins it for sure. I love Ariana. She's kind of a problematic fave though, right? Like she's kind of like...
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I feel like everyone is like a little problematic, really. Is anyone like fully, wholly unproblematic?
No, when people are like, oh, God, what did I post the other day? Like, this person should be canceled. I'm like, wow, what was it? Oh, I was like on TikTok or something. And like, that person should be canceled. I'm like, everybody should be freaking canceled. What did I post? Do you remember my last Instagram post? Anybody? What did I post?
Let's see.
I know.
The research department.
God, yeah.
Instagram or TikTok?
Maybe I don't know. Actually, it probably doesn't matter. Maybe I don't know. It probably really doesn't matter. But someone's like, this person should be canceled. I almost replied. I almost like, God, I think it was Instagram. Whatever I posted there.
Lemons? You've had a lot of lemon posts. Are
I
lemons
love
problematic?
lemons. I just got lemon dishes from Williams-Sonoma, and Mo's like, what are you doing with these lemon dishes? And I'm like, keep them in the box for when we get our lake house. Like, I want them to go to the lake house. But we're not even anywhere close to getting the lake house. We're still paying off taxes. But we're almost done. You know, we're almost done with that. But I was like, we're going to save the lemons for the lake house. I'm into lemons right now. I'm manifesting an Italian trip with my limoncello. And lemonada at Taco Bell. Taco Bell's so good. Not as many calories as you think, but I only get 18 grams of protein. Anyways, let's go to our Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
If you want more lighthearted fun this week, I'm making Oscar go to the movies and get snacks with me. If someone asked you in the future, what was it like to work with Trish? You'd be like, well, she's like, meet me at the movies. We're eating popcorn and nachos.
AMC food court.
Yes, we live for it. These are our popcorn buckets. And yes,
Finally.
I did pay triple the price for these. But yeah, I'm super excited. They have like a tongue in them. They're actually kind of... They are ridiculous,
I do
but
see the tongue.
Right?
Wow.
And it is cool. Like you really could just carry your popcorn bucket with your fists. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna save the fisting for Patreon if you want to see that because
censor it.
And
yeah.
it's taking so much for me to resist fisting because I wanted to do it
really?
for so
fun.
long.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, wait. Behind the paywall.
I kind of want to put my face in there too, but yeah, that'll also be behind the paywall. That'll
you
really sell.
I want to see that. It's kind of cool. I mean, you guys know I don't know the lore of this movie, but it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they went all in to make it as like phallic and obscene as possible, but I don't care. I still think it's fun.
Which is crazy because you think little kids, right, are going to the movie and like getting this popcorn bucket. I mean, it's not like that inappropriate.
Well, it's a rated R movie.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Yes.
A superhero movie? Why? Is it nudity? What is it?
No nudity, but like violence and cursing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's violent?
Yeah, Deadpool, all of them have been rated R.
Oh, there should be some nudity in there then. If you're gonna rate it R,
you might as well. I think in the first one, Ryan Reynolds' butt isn't in. I think.
No.
But we need more.
The full frontal is in now. Every show now is doing full frontal. We saw something else recently. It wasn't Saltburn. Saltburn was full frontal, but there was another full frontal. Was it Bridgerton? No, not Bridgerton.
Hacks in the third season was very. There's nudity in
men.
Hacks.
No, I'm talking about men nudity. Or was it? Maybe it was men. Oh, maybe there was a penis in there.
Challengers?
Oh yeah, there was. That's what I'm saying. I think everything I've been watching lately is. Oh no! I meant to cutely toss it like Gigi.
Popcorn all over.
Oh no! I can't wait for that popcorn. It's gonna be so freaking good. Yeah. Anyways, full frontal nudity is coming in, and I like that in the sense of like I'm not like obviously perverted. Like I like that, but I think it's just like one very natural to see a body. It's like more people should show it, especially if it's rated R. Okay, people of age seeing it. I think it's art. I think it's real. Like whenever you see sex scenes. And, like, look, I'm not, like, coming for British and obviously be as comfortable as you want. But, like, when you do the sex scenes and there's, like, a sheet over both of you and then the sheet keeps going forward, I'm like, well, that's not really real life. No, it's fine. But I'm just saying I like the authenticity of seeing Barry Keoghan just, like, run around a castle naked. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you would do. You would go around naked, not in your boxers. They're so uncomfortable. You just got to get the extra large because the large was squeezing you too much. So, and not even because he was bad. It was just because those don't get the bands. MeUndies, who did not want to be associated with me. We buy them all the time. But, anyways, it seems real. And I feel like of all people, like Hugh Jackman definitely would do a full frontal for sure. Or Ryan Reynolds. In the name of comedy. They'd be like, look at this. Sacha Baron Cohen would.
God.
And he'd want a little finger up there.
I guess it's not true because Barry Keoghan was real, but a lot of the times it's like a prosthetic peen, which is
Who had one?
Like,
Tommy and...
Oh, Tommy Lee, Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Sakar Perez, who I'm sure you don't know.
No, but maybe.
He was in Red, White, and Royal Blue, the gay Amazon Prime movie, not Prime Beverage, but Prime.
Oh. Prime Hydration's my favorite, but Amazon Prime, okay.
He was in a movie.
Red, White, and Blue, that's what it's called?
Red, White, and Royal Blue. It's like it's like a gay rom-com.
You have me at gay. You have me at gay for sure.
Yeah,
I love it.
He had a huge schlong in like one of his movies, but it was fake. It was a big prosthetic. But I've read too that someone who is like an intimacy coordinator said that most of the times, like for men full frontal, it's prosthetic.
I wonder why.
I have no idea. Like just whip it out, I guess.
Maybe they don't like the way it looks. Look, I've always said this penises kind of look a little ugly. Like they kind of, especially like flaccid, they kind of hang there. As opposed to like vaginas all look pretty because they're just like a little Barbie, you know what I mean? But penises are just a little unsightly, so I get that. They do go with the prosthetics, I guess, but.
Maybe if you're a grower, not a shower. Like if you are a grower and you're like a celebrity, then I can imagine like you'd want the like swinging effect, so,
but not realistic. That's why I don't mind a little. Who was it? Oh God, I always get it wrong.
Ken Jeong, the from like Masked Singer.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
I love that
Ken
one.
Jeong.
He showed his penis in The Hangover.
Oh
and
yeah.
You remember everyone said it's so little because he had such a big. But I think it was a big bush. I think it was the illusion. Also, it doesn't matter. Like people have little penises. Like what's the big deal? Wouldn't be like, oh my God, it's so little. It's like, okay, well, your breasts are uneven, Rebecca. Like, just chill out. You have hair on your nipples. Like, everyone has a little, whatever. A little, I guess. But I hate that. I hate the shaming of that, too. Because, you know what? Not to stick up for men, because, we're anti-men here. But they do get, like, you can body shame men more than you can body shame women. People would, like, come for you. There was something recently, too, we talked about. And we're like, if it was a man, like, Bachelor.
Well, it's always the
Bachelorette.
The
Bachelorette. Whenever there's a female, we're watching, shout out Jen, we love The Bachelorette this season. Whenever it's a female, all the guys, there was one last season when it was Charity, and they like had them shaving. They're like, okay, you have to shave your bikini line.
They went to the beach and they had to wear Speedos. And they gave them shaving
tools to shave on camera. And then this one, they did like a Chippendales thing, and so many guys were like, oh, I'm not like really comfortable with this, and like, you have to do it. They like are like pressuring them. I'm like, if this was like reverse, like if you were saying like girls had to like strip with other strippers because they had the men and stuff like that, like showing them how to thrust. I'm like, if you had the girls doing this on The Bachelor with like strippers, like that would be a whole, like if they had to go on a pole or something, it would never fly. So I do feel like men sometimes get a little more like, I guess, what do you call it? Like, it's not as strict with men, right? Like, where it's the body, and then body shaming too, right? I feel like people, like dad bod. Could you imagine if you called me a mom bod or something? Like, oh, she's got a mom bod. I don't know. Dad bods are hot. We love it. But, and I guess it's not really shaming, but it's not a nice thing to hear, right? Or do you care? Like, someone's like, ooh, you got a dad bod.
I think nowadays dad bods are like, dad bods are in for sure.
I love a dad bod, but is it a little offensive?
I don't think so, because I think dad bods are like beefy, muscular. I think just chunky. If someone's like, you chunky guy, I'd be like, well, what the hell? But like if someone's like, oh, I like your dad bod, thanks, because it's like
Really?
beefy, a little muscular, yeah.
Like a little gordita.
Gordito, but
Gordito,
yeah.
I'm little gordita.
No, but
Yeah.
it's a real thing, that dad bod, because I noticed, like when you hold a baby or you hold your, your body change, like the way you hold it, you have to kind of stick out your belly. Like there's a way of holding that makes you have a dad bod. Like I notice it on myself.
Oh,
It's like
right.
it's a real thing.
She loves the belly. Like,
But-
she loves to rest on the belly, sleep on the belly. Like, but it is great. I love a belly, too. I think, like, yeah, again, if you had, like, a six-pack with a baby, like, that's so uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard.
I guess it's
for
good.
anyone.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's not comfy. And, like, rodent boy, too. I feel like, even though they mean it nice, I feel like, do they want to be called a rodent man? I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's the nicest thing. Like, we always said, if we flipped it with girls, I don't know if I want to be called, like, a pig or something, you know? But... That's just me.
I think it depends how you say it. Like I see a lot of people like, I love a dad bod. So I'm like, okay, that's a positive thing.
Was it the politician that had a penis? I think the politician had a penis in it. Seems like it. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the
Love
politician.
this. I love it's getting even better. They have a musical and they're like paying like John Wilkes Booth and like all these like it's great. It's so anyways, it's so good. You
John
should see it.
Wilkes Booth?
Yeah, John Wilkes Booth, Greeky Fromm. Who's the other one? There's other people I don't know.
Isn't John Wilkes Booth the one who assassinated Abraham Lincoln?
Yes.
Oh.
But that's like the whole thing, right? Is they do a musical version of these like killers. and
Oh,
so
I
he's
see.
yeah, and then Ben Platt plays the like anyways, I guess it's a little dark, but it is a little dark. It's Ryan Murphy, but I love it.
It's really about politics, so there is something about it.
Politician, check it out. Netflix 2020, that's what it was.
But it's not like politicians in the real world. It's like they're in college, so they like mirror the whole world of politics into
They're
a
in college or high school?
This is college, right?
They're student body presidents in college?
Yeah.
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 Really? Oh my God, why would you care in college? I get high school, you have nothing to do, but really?
Yeah, I was.
But they all live with their parents.
They're in college.
Oh, okay.
They're rich in college. Yeah. Why would you leave your parents' house to dorm? they're all like, everyone is really rich in this
Olivia
show.
Jade did that. I remember she had David Dobrik move her into her dorm.
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, she
and
did
it's
like a whole brand deal for her dorm and stuff.
oh, is that why you think? She probably didn't live there, huh?
I feel like she probably just lived at home. She didn't live that far.
No,
from-
so
Actually,
close.
where did she go? USC?
Yeah,
I think she lived. Yeah, I lived at home.
for sure.
Because USC, like the area is like dicey outside of like the college town.
Right.
Yeah, like
So
infamously. So
And she has like guard gated. I remember they don't live there anymore, but I remember there was like literally guards at her house like before you got in. And we'd get there at like 11 o'clock at night and there was like a guard at her house. And like I think they had like multiple guards and I remember
that Hallmark money, man. Oh my God, Lori. Oh wait, actually,
Probably the
was it for her
Target.
dad? I was gonna say, was it
Massimo.
Massimo? Yeah,
I mean probably both. I don't
the
know.
combination.
I don't think Candace Bure is living in a $30 million.
Yeah, true. Does Target still have Massimo? I feel like no, right? After all that,
Oh,
I haven't
really?
seen
Did he get
Massimo in
canceled because
so
of her?
long.
He can't get canceled. Or is he part of it?
He was part of it. I'm
Did he
pretty
get
sure.
he got guilty, tried?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't even hear him a part of it.
I think maybe I don't know if he got tried, but maybe he was guilty,
guilty.
by
By
association.
Just by living in the same house as someone? Oh, sorry, Moses. He'll be guilty. That's true. Just by dating me, he's like, oh, Moses too. It's like, okay. Wait, so that's crazy. Okay, so but like Felicity Huffman and William H. Macy didn't get a conviction. So that's weird.
I don't know. I don't remember.
you could say you just
fully.
don't know.
I just haven't seen Massimo in Target since.
Maybe you're right.
Right? Or maybe it just like was out of style. Either way.
I loved their Massimo. I liked Isaac Mizrahi too. I don't know if he was in Target, but I used to love that. I don't know what they have there now, their brands. But maybe they didn't know. If I did that, I would not tell Moses either. I'd be like under the table about it. You know what I mean? Because you don't want your husband to know that you're a crook, you know? But I would do anything for my daughters. So I kind of get it. I don't have that money to pay someone off, but maybe if I did, I would like buy a building or something, do it the legal way, you know. Like I guess in The Politician he did that too. He was like a billionaire, so he was gonna like donate money to like a building. He was gonna buy his own building or something. I don't know. But also okay, yeah, that's it. Transitioning to comment section. We love your comments. Thank you for the feedback. I do not pay Oscar $8 an hour. Did you see all the comments? I don't know how they got
the
that.
lawyer thing?
That's what I said, but I was like, clearly a joke.
And somehow I missed that part of the conversation. I think I was getting the cake or something. And I go to the comments and they're like, how dare you pay Oscar $8 an hour?
Yeah,
I'm like,
there was
what
a
is
lot.
happening? What did I miss?
Funny.
Oh, I guess, yeah, you weren't in here. Well, I was like so confused because there were so many. And I was like, well, clearly they know it's a joke. And I never even said to you. I never was like, Oscar, you're getting $8. That's like, no, absolutely not. There's one thing. I just want to clear my name. If there's one thing, I'm a lot of things, but one thing I'm not is cheap. Okay, I give raises like before even asking, before even a year. I'm like, here's a raise, here's a raise. Our editor's been with us 2 months. I'm like, here's a raise. Like I give raises all the time. I always think I overpay people all the time. Hence why I'm broke because I'm always like, wow, thank you. Here's more money. Like I'm not an $8 an hour.
Overpays for everything.
I overpay everybody. I mean, worth it. You're worth it. Everyone's worth it, but I also overpay. When someone asks me, oh, here's $300, I'm like, I'm going to give you $400 because I'm far. You know, whatever it is. Not Oscar, but like anybody else. You know what I mean? So
that is so
everyone
funny.
chill. Oh my God, everyone's like, wow, I can't believe you only pay me $8 an hour. I was like, geez, could you imagine you come here for an hour and I pay you $8? Thank you.
Do you think you will leave the house for $8 an hour?
No one does. No one does. Everyone's $20 an hour, which is great. I mean, they're worth it, but it's just like, everyone needs to relax. So that's one thing. I usually don't care. I'm like, whatever. I don't really care about any comments with that. I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You had Chinese yesterday, Panda Express?
Yes. Oh, wait. I have,
Okay, yes.
similar to that,
Oh, okay.
I do have an apology tour
Sorry.
after last episode. Too.
No!
I feel like every episode we should start with
Sure.
our apologies
I love
for
that.
what we say for the previous
Absolutely.
episode.
I apologize for this episode.
Yeah, see, apologies in advance for
Yes.
whatever misinformation
Yes.
we get. I apologize to the country of Latvia, which apparently is a real country.
Yes, I did clock that. I thought that.
I've never met a Latvian, in my defense.
Andy Kaufman's fictitious character was from Latvia.
Fictitious
Yeah.
character.
But I think there was, right.
So it's his
Or
fault.
was he from Latvia? Or am I just making that up? I don't know. Maybe you know what? Yeah, his character on Taxi was from Latvia.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I knew it was a real country. Okay. Sorry to the Latvians.
Geography has never been my strong suit. You're kind of good at geography.
No, absolutely
well, you know
not.
the capitals of random states,
Oh, yeah.
which is more than I can
But I can't
say.
tell you where the states are. I don't know where Albany, New York is. Somewhere on the east. And couldn't tell you Latvia to save my life.
Literally,
Yeah.
I'm assuming Europe. I watch someone's like, no, Oscar, it's actually in Asia. Or
Oh
something.
my
I don't know.
God,
I don't know
yeah.
what continent.
Then you get hate for that. Well, apologize now. Apologize.
I would love for us to look at a map and then just like figure out what's what. I would be so bad.
Yeah, that'd be awful. I could never do that. It sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I'll skip that day.
And apologies to the third host of Emergency Intercom. I don't know if that's the one that is friends with Dua Lipa. I really thought, but I think I get my twinks mixed up. I think.
Oh, he's a twink?
Well, I think any just like skinny little boy is like
I
twinky.
see another apology coming.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
oh my
was
god.
like, wait,
Apologies to the twink
Is he
community.
gay?
No, straight people can be twinks. Like there's so many
Oh.
straight like Olympians that everyone's like, oh, this twink. Because it's just like a skinny boy.
Oh.
Like,
But
yeah.
the straight people like to be called twink.
Straight people, you listen.
You don't get an
You know,
opinion.
like you guys are already have enough good stuff going on. Like
That's
let the gay
true.
people call you twinks.
That's very true. Yeah.
Draw the line somewhere.
No, but that's true. I think that's fine. I think if it's like a straight person, it's fine.
But we also don't know what the third host of Emergency Intercom identifies
no.
as. Whatever you identify as. If you're not friends with Dua Lipa, I apologize. But Drew has a friend who is friends with Dua Lipa. I know that for sure.
It might not be him.
It might not be him, but it might also be. I also don't know for sure.
And
but
they said
just in case.
your defense, he's never really on camera, so.
Oh, there we go.
Right. Yeah. And I guess the gag is they don't like him. It's like the funny part.
I know.
I
God, I
don't know.
love them. They're so funny.
Yeah, I love them too. We just talk about them every episode. Because they're kind of like the it people right now, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, team.
Yeah.
But those are my two apologies. I think
Okay.
that's all I had to apologize for. But again, if anything comes up, I apologize.
That's, yeah. I'm not apologizing. You guys need to apologize to me for saying I paid Oscar $8 an hour like I'm a cheap ass over here. Are you kidding me? Never.
Oh my
I
god.
don't think I have any apologies this week.
Which is yeah.
Do I? I don't know.
I
Maybe.
don't think so. Right?
No.
No, I think you've been pretty good.
Yeah, I try to be in my unproblematic era for sure.
Yeah, I never want to be labeled as an unproblematic fave because I feel like you're setting yourself up. Like,
Oh, right.
yeah. So I just want to be labeled as trying my best.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
He just tries his best. I like to be labeled problematic fave because when I'm unproblematic, they're like, look at her growth. And I was like, yes, you know.
That is so good,
So
yeah.
I stay a problematic fave. That's why when I call Ariana Grande a problematic fave, I mean that like nicely. I watched the video for the first time ever of the donut situation because I never actually saw the video.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's kind of problematic, but I mean nothing to be maybe something. That's a little right, yeah. It was just weird. Like, why did she do it? When I watched that, she's like. She did like it's so weird. Like when I heard about it, I imagined her going like this, and I'm like, why did she do it so like? And then like that, I was like, well, that was so weird, right? And she did something else in that video too, and no one really talked about that. Would she like touch or I don't know? She did something else, and I was like, okay, I don't know. And I feel like in general, she's just like I don't know, but she's forgiving because she has a good voice. I think when you're talented, it's a lot more forgiving, you know?
And I think she's just sweet. Like, I don't know. I imagine in the moment it probably was funny. Like, if you did that, I would laugh. Granted, I do laugh at pretty much anything.
Yeah. If I'm like, look, I lick your popcorn. I'm going to miss your laugh. Oscar's going away for a week, and I'm so sad.
In the month.
Can you record your laugh? I know. But everyone loves your laugh, and I was like, honey, we got to keep it. David Dobrik would have loved you in the Vlog Squad.
Jimmy, sample his laugh, Jimmy.
We need that in the intro. I love it because I feel like after we're done with the podcast, I feel so funny. I was like, wow, I'm so good.
Oh my
and
God.
I love it.
I know. I probably would crack up at anything David had done back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Because also I had a crush on him, so
Yes.
I would have been
Extra
like
giggly.
cackling. Yeah.
Yes, no, for sure. I'm the same way.
Oh my God, that
yeah,
is
you would have been
so
great
funny.
on it. Well, yeah, she is sweet. But you know what? Also, too, not to say it's who you're friends with, but also like Colleen, Zach saying, like, she's friends with like problematic people. So I'm like, interesting. Like, why are you, not to say she is, but you're a judge of character. I've been friends with lots of problematic people, but I'm just saying, like, in general. Or it's because she's so sweet.
Also, like, that stuff hasn't come out until like later on, though. So I feel like, maybe she was duped, as we were.
Right, that could
But
be, yeah.
to her defense, a lot of people when you're like an A-list celebrity, everyone are super nice to you and they're good
True.
to you. She doesn't see the real person. She doesn't see who they really are. Because to her, they're like super nice and
Yeah.
That's true.
Plus, she's busy, so she's also probably not keeping up with all the Colleen lore, like what she's
YouTube
making the
drama.
slime. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like they are. Not her. You know what I mean? Because, like, okay, I think about this too, right? It's like, okay, they're not watching. But it's like, sometimes I feel like they must, right? Like, celebrities probably want to watch, like, drama about their friends, right? Because they're
Probably
people.
more normal. I don't know. They're
I
probably
don't know.
like.
Like, she's busy, but she's on a private jet, right? She needs something to do. I mean, you don't think she's scrolling through, like, the ukulele apology reaction videos? I feel like you can't
I
miss
feel like
it.
probably her gay friends are showing it to her, but I feel like she's probably
Oh.
not seeking it out.
Really?
It's hard to imagine like someone being not chronically online or like plugged in, but I think a lot of people, like well-adjusted people, are probably.
Yeah. I guess I am chronically online because I do see a lot of stuff. I guess I was before this, but now more than ever. Like, literally this morning, once again, Moses gives me a debrief. He's like, listening to pop culture podcast. I was like, what? Was that what it was called? Or what? You're just listening to pop culture?
it was news.
Oh, he was like, you gotta see this. You gotta see Simone Biles and the caption and this. I was like, oh my God, how do you hear all this stuff? But we do have a lot to talk about the Team USA. But before we do, I feel like we should talk about your Panda Express experience. This morning you had fried rice, which I want fried rice. Maybe we should do PF Chang's today. It's
Yeah.
kind of far.
It is very your impact because I think you had fried rice for breakfast last week.
Yes, it
and
was-
I remember you posted it, and then I had leftover Panda Express from yesterday. And I was like, you know what? Like, let me just eat this fried rice. I was feeling a little like, I'm just like a little unhinged. I think in general, just from working. Like, I basically work 2 full-time jobs. That's really the tea.
It really
so
is.
There's some days where I'm like just tired the house, and today I was just
Yeah.
like, I went to the gym for. Which I didn't even tell you. I had a brand deal that I had to shoot for
What?
my first one. Yeah.
Congrats!
But is it technically a brand deal? It was just for free clothes, which I'm like, this is also a lot of work that I'm doing just for a free outfit.
Oh, you should
but
definitely get
nonetheless-
paid because people get paid for way less followers. You know what I mean? Like people with literally like 1,000 followers say they get $1,000 for TikTok, which is like more than I get. I was like, well, shoot. I don't know why I swore. So mad about it. But seriously, some people with 1,000 followers are getting $1,000 to like show their receipt, and I was like, oh my God, like how? Good for them. You should get paid
I
for your
know.
work. So you're not getting paid?
No, and as I was doing it, I was like, this is kind of a lot of work. I had to like wear this outfit. Oh my, I had to shave my arm. It's a tank top too, so I had to like shave my arms.
Did they ask you to?
No, but I just
Oh.
I felt like too Wolverine because I was like so like
Very in
hairy.
right now.
But I'm like, okay, let me shave my arms. It was so much work. I go to the gym. I have to ask someone, hey, can you like take videos of me?
No.
Whatever,
Why'd you
working
bring
out?
your boyfriend
It
with
was
you?
a whole thing. We go to different gyms, and he also doesn't wake up until like 10 a.m. So
You asked a random stranger to be like, can you film this for me?
it's like a gym acquaintance, not like a random stranger. Like we have chats every now and then.
That's
like,
confidence.
About I don't even know.
It's a gym food. Gym
fee.
fee.
Yeah.
The gym fee.
I like that. Jim
Yeah,
Fee.
it actually is very that.
Jim Fee took your video. Is it a big brand or a smaller brand?
Kind of. It's big.
Is it Aloe?
No. Can you imagine? I'd be so
I would do it
excited.
for free. I'd be like, send me those free clothes, Aloe.
It's Khloe Kardashian adjacent. Yeah. I didn't know if we could
First of all,
say
they got
it.
money though. They got budget. You should tell me next time. I'll be like, not that I know how to get brand deals, because definitely I'm doing for free too. Who sends us stuff for free? And I'm like, that's fine. I'll take baked buns. I'm like, give me that free food. I don't care. But you should definitely, yeah.
I was
but I
like-
love them.
And I was just like, let me, like, I thought it'd be good, like, dipping my toe in because I haven't done anything ever. I've, like, disassociated from my DMs. I'm like, sure, let me try it. And then today was, like, the last day I had to do it because I had to do it this month. And then as I was shooting, I was like, this is kind of a lot of work, actually. Like,
Yeah.
But
it's not just like, here's some clothes they sent me. Yeah, they shouldn't give you guidelines if it's for free. They should be like, a post would be great.
Yeah. It was like, they were really, like, intense guidelines. I had to do 3 Instagram stories. It's a whole thing. But anyway, so I was, like, so tired today, but I had to go to the gym and, like, do this little content thing, and then I was so tired. I literally just like did the content and left because I'm like, I can't work out today. I was so tired.
Maybe we should bleep out the names since they didn't pay you.
I know, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, Chloe
if they paid you, and then you also get a little shout out, yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good bleep, that's a good for anyone listening.
Well, I guess they'll see it. I love it.
Oh my god. But I was
so
like so tired. So I literally just like shot and I left. And then I had to have like my 2 Celsius, and then I was like still just like tired and wanting to eat something. So I had fried rice, and then after that I had a little ice cream for whatever reason. And this was so like 8:30 a.m. by the way. It was a little crazy.
What kind of ice cream?
It was the ice cream sandwich, like an Oreo ice cream sandwich. I had like half of it.
Ooh, okay, love that. I love eating half. Yeah, we were talking about that because you said you had honey string chicken that was like 150 calories, and I was like, that sounds so good from Panda. But if you get the Kung Pao chicken at PF Chang's, it's like 900 calories, but if you only eat half, it's 450 calories.
Yeah,
that's the hack right there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So good. I want it now. I want it so bad. I wish there was a Panda near us or a PF Chang's near us. That sounds so good.
Yeah, it is a trek because it's all the way by me. But because I was telling you, I went to like my Faux-xempic doctor and I was up 2 pounds, and they like had to up my dosage because I think I'm just a bad like look for Faux-xempic. They're like, okay, it's been like 6 months, and you're like,
I wonder if they take anyone off of it. They're like, this is not working for you
honestly,
anymore.
I know. They're like, damn, like we need to get you off of it. Because
it made you gain weight. You're like, that Faux-xempic. I would have stayed the same.
No association. They're gonna like. Thank God I don't know the proper brand. Otherwise, like it would be like a MeUndies. They'd be like, we have no association with Oscar from Just Trish. Who's gaining weight on this.
That would be me for sure. And if I took those up, I would be for sure the one that gains weight or like doesn't lose weight or something.
Yeah, it's like
hard.
It is hard, even even like when you're on it, I guess. So I'm just like the wrong person to ask if you should like use it or not because it's like hardly working for me, truly. So
well, if you need 120 grams of protein a day.
Yes, that's the gag. My doctor was like, make sure you're having at least 120 grams of protein, which okay, I
that's crazy.
think I'm having around there, but I don't know. I don't really measure, which. Okay, it actually kind of makes sense why I gain weight because I really like we mukbang a lot. There's a lot of cakes this month.
We do not mukbang that much. We do
every other week.
No.
What do you mean? No, it's been this month. It's been every other week. We had a mukbang.
No, we had one. We had Wendy's.
And we had. But the Wendy's one was Wendy's and crumble and the Sabrina Carpenter ice cream.
Okay, that's intermittent fasting. We did it all in one day. And then I feel like we've been good at our mukbangs. And then we do our popcorn this weekend.
Are we just having just the popcorn?
Yeah, we're having just the popcorn.
It'll be like
we're planning a Hulking bag of food. No, I'm getting it all. I know, it is hard. You know, well, it's fine. I do consider it intermittent fasting because after that, I'm going to have grapefruit that night. You know what I mean? So it's kind of intermittent fasting. I see a headshot over there. Did we forget to do it?
Speaking of Patreon.
Commercial. Speaking of Patreon, 30 minutes ago.
Guys, you got to subscribe and help Oscar here with our Patreon.
Yes. Patreon, where we pay him. It's not just free content. It's not just, here's a Wolverine bucket for the exchange for your time.
We pay by the pound.
Yeah. By the pound. Okay. We have a Patreon. And we do. Thank you. It helps us all here. Patreon.com/JustTrish. You guys, you're getting so much this month. Headshot tier gets a Lady Liberty headshot. By the way, can I say this is our most popular headshot? My sister texted me and said we had like 200 extra people like sign up for this headshot.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
But I have to clarify, and I feel like I have said this everything. The second headshot is only on the producer tier because my sister's like, do they get both? And I was like, no. But I feel like from the beginning, I've always said it. It says in our Patreon.
Yeah. Also, if you support Team America.
Oh, yeah, it's very Olympics. Yeah, 4th of July Olympics. I know, all of a sudden we're like, anyways, we'll get to that. We're like, everyone's Team USA, but like any other time. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, everything's USA, and I bought it from Waffle Lauren. You also get the Trish Emoji sticker if you get the headshot, and if you're a producer tier, you'll get that in the mail. So the headshot and the sticker comes in the headshot tier, and then our producers get their name and their credits, a handwritten note on my note cards from me to you. You get double the headshots this month, plus the sticker, so... And the new frames are from Amazon. They're so cheap on there. Maybe we should sell the frames too. They look cool. I like them. People like frame them. Someone posted yesterday all their headshots and they framed them on their walls. Like, that's iconic. I love that. I want to come visit everyone's house.
Like Hall of Fame.
Yes. If someone had every single headshot framed, I'll come visit your house. That's so cool. I would love to see. I would take pictures by it. I mean, that's everything. And I'm thankful for you guys. Truly, I'm thankful. And our 100th episode, I did a long caption. I was just so thankful. I was in a thankful mood that day. I was like, oh my God, this is like, we did it, you guys. I felt like I won the presidency, to be honest. I was like, this is very cool. It felt like an Oscar speech when I was, not you, Oscar, but the Oscars. I felt like I won an award all of a sudden. And I was like, let me just say hi to everyone.
It's kind of like after the 100th episode, we kind of realized what a significant moment it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like in that episode,
like...
we didn't like... but after everyone, all the guests that we've been here commented.
Pokimane, Jake, Johnny, everyone commented. I was like, oh, that's so nice. Like, they were all excited about it, so.
Yeah, in the moment, I feel like we kind of breezed by with the confetti. But, actually,
True.
it was a big deal.
Yeah. It was very exciting. I was like, sometimes you look and you're like, oh, wow, we actually did a lot. And we've been consistent, and we've been good, and it's been great. The other thing I got to show real quick is our shoe cam. In honor of Galinda, I have my Jimmy Choo sparkly. These are my 37s. I got these before I was pregnant with Malibu. So they're kind of snug, but they're very, very cute. I squeezed my little feet into them. And they're giving Galinda. They're giving Nessa. They're giving Yellow Brick Road, silver sparkles. Because I think in Wicked, I think the shoes are silver. I don't think they're ruby red. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I love them. They're cute. I'm going to wear them to the Wicked premiere this November. So got invited. Can't wait to go. Jonathan Bailey actually invited me himself. He's like, do you want to be my +1? I didn't even ask Moses. I said, yes, absolutely. Would you let me go? My hypotheticals again. Would you let me go?
Well, I'm going with Ariana Grande.
Oh, my God, no.
What?
No, because, okay, right. Well, I guess she has a man now. Yeah. Okay,
I
fine.
mean,
Well, yes.
What,
She's
does
gonna
that
go with
really
Ethan
mean
Slater.
anything?
She's going to go with Ethan Slater. I'm going with Jonathan Bailey. I wonder who's going to bring. Do you think he'll bring a date, or do you think he's like too big of a star where he's like, I'm doing this solo?
I feel like he would just do it solo.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll let him bring a date. Like it's almost like
Who's they?
Universal.
the people in
People
power.
always bring dates to premieres. What do you mean they wouldn't?
Not
But-
really.
Wait, what?
No, if you're the main star on the red carpet, they want you. Why would they give the light to
Well,
somebody
you gotta
that's
bring someone
nothing to
with
do?
you. Like, if I was the star of Wicked, I'm going by myself. I'm like, okay, guys, here I am. Like, take
Well,
pictures
on
by
the red-
myself. Like,
That's what I mean.
but I would bring you. Like, you could be there with
Right.
me. But I'm like, okay, I'll have my solo moment, or with the cast or whatever. That always happens. But I
It's
swear
like,
there's.
I don't know why it reminds me of Kim Kardashian and what's his name?
Oh,
the SNL. Yeah.
Wait, when did they? But I thought even they were on the red carpet together at the
But
Met
she
Gala.
was like, move away.
Well, for sure, because bottom line is like the outfit speaks, right? And if a guy has like a less than outfit, it's just like you don't want, like Kim Kardashian when she wore Marilyn's dress, like obviously you don't want Pete Davidson next to you in the picture, you know what I mean? But I feel like most people know that. Most +1s know they're the +1 and they step aside. They're not, right? Or they just never bring dates. Is that it?
I feel like they only really bring dates if they're in like a high profile like relationship, but if it's like low key or they're single, then it's kind of just like they show up solo or like with their team usually.
I feel like I always saw Hugh Jackman's wife. Like I feel like I saw her
Well,
everywhere.
they were married for a long time.
So if
she
you're
would
married,
go, yeah,
so you can't
like,
just bring like a casual date.
you can, but no one really does. Like obviously, like
Really?
Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively's gonna be there, because they're
'Cause
like
they're-
a marketing duo. Or like Matt Damon will bring like his wife, even though she's like kind of low key, but it's because they've been married forever. But like,
yeah, be married for a long time.
even like Taylor at like her Eras Tour movie premiere, like didn't bring Travis,
And they're so high profile. You think they would have.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird. Do you think Ariana's gonna go with Ethan?
That's what I don't know. They've been so low key, but I think
Yeah.
like by then it would have been a long time of them together, right?
Yeah.
So and
They both are in the movie.
yeah, they're both in the movie, and I feel like they'll probably want to like maybe that's why they're saving their big reveal for the movie
They
to
hard
help
launch.
advertise it more. Yeah,
Do you think? I think people would be like happy about it. You know what I
I
mean?
think by then, yeah,
Yeah.
enough time would have passed, right?
I love it.
I
I,
think
love the
so.
idea of Glinda and Bach getting together because Bach's obsessed with her and she wants nothing to do with him. And then like at the premiere, they're together. Like that's so iconic and good for him. When I saw was it at the Olympics? I think they put out like a new trailer where they got more headshots and because you never saw the guys. We never saw the guys in the trailer. So this one we're seeing Jeff Goldblum, we see Jonathan Bailey, and then we see Ethan Slater. And I was like, he looks kind of the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, it's a fantastical world and everyone looks a little different, but he looks like himself.
Well, he has that like
Well,
mythical look to
You
him.
can't, I don't think you can change that face much.
I mean, but like his hair even, they like kept everything the same. Everyone else had to like do a transformation and he's just like Ethan Slater, which I love, I guess, recognizable. But it was crazy. Why did they not make him more?
He just has that like fantastical look to him,
He
where
does
it's
have
like, yeah, it's like sometimes you just look like the character.
I guess that's why he was casted.
Yes.
I'm excited for it, actually. I got excited. I got a little chills when I saw it. I was like, okay, good for him. I love that he made it. And Bach is an iconic character, so I'm very excited to see it. You remember how I said Jonathan Bailey only plays intelligent roles? Well, this one he's quite literally without a brain because he's the Scarecrow.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, I don't know. It becomes the Scarecrow and then because he has no brains and that's like his whole thing. And so I was like, wow, he's going to be a dummy this time and I love to see it because there's something about a male bimbo that I'm just like, yes, I love it. And he's too smart. Like fellow travelers, I don't even know what he's talking about. Like there's so many conversations about politics. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But he looks smart and he has glasses. He kind of looks like you in it. And then this one, he's like dumb and no glasses and I like it. But Bowen Yang has glasses in this one, which also kind of takes me out of Oz. I'm like, why do they have glasses? Everyone can see in Oz until they go to the Emerald City. They all have emerald glasses.
There's no visually impaired people in Oz.
Oh, well, if you put it that way, then I sound like I'm eliminating a whole group of people. They all have contacts in Oz, okay? They're all magical.
LASIK,
they're magical students. Like, that's the whole thing. So it's like, you get to wear glasses, you know? I guess Harry Potter was, too. I guess maybe magical people do wear glasses.
See? Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Well, I'm excited. Are you excited for it?
I am. Yeah, I'm excited because the cast just seems like so good. I think today they just like showed a sneak peek at like Ariana's doll, like the Glinda doll.
Yes.
And like the merch is going to be really cute for it. And it's like the Gladiator Wicked thing I feel like will be fun.
No, that's not happening. I hate that they're trying to make the Oppenheimer Barbie thing happen.
They are. I feel like they are pushing it a little too much, but I think it'll still be fun.
Do you think it's going to be as big?
Not. I feel like you can't redo Barbenheimer because Barbenheimer was like kind of it was done out of like pettiness and like I don't know. You can't really like repeat it because now I feel like people know that you're trying to like market off of it.
Yeah.
I think Paw Patrol and Saw try to do that.
What?
It was like Saw Patrol or something.
Oh, that's cute though.
It was a cute name,
Yeah,
but like did it work?
I didn't hear about that. No.
Yeah. So I feel like you can't like repeat it because it was just an organic thing that came out of pettiness, you know. But now it's like.
They're trying with this.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I'm like, ugh, God, no one cares about Gladiator that much. I know you do, but.
I only care because the guys are like hot, and so it's like.
But the guys in Wicked are so much hotter. All three of them, Bowen Yang, Ethan Slater, Jonathan Bailey, all outshine whoever the Gladiator people are.
Paul Mescal and Pedro Pascal.
No, Pedro Pascal.
And Joseph Quinn.
No. First of all, Pedro Pascal, not in a bad way, dad bod. You know what I mean? He's definitely dad vibes. Like, it's like your dad is in the movie. Okay, that's cool. And who's the other
Ethan
one?
Slater is, is what?
Ethan Slater is
SpongeBob.
alto,
SpongeBob.
tenor, realness. He's yeah, well, you know. Do a poll. Do a poll right now. Jane Doe in the comments, do a little poll.
No, you just say, in my opinion.
No, it's a fact. It's a fact. We're going to poll people
Allegedly.
to see. No.
In the
fact.
comments below, leave if you're Team Pedro or Team Ethan Slater.
No,
I
it'd
would
be
love
like
to see that.
Team Pedro. It's like Jeff Goldblum. It's like being like Jeff Goldblum's a hottie. He is a hottie, but like comparing those two make more sense. And then maybe who's the Joseph Quinn to Jonathan Bailey? Jonathan Bailey.
I think it'd be Paul Mescal versus Jonathan Bailey. But that one, Jonathan Bailey, I'll give you. That one's a tough call. Yes. But Pedro and then Joseph
Bowen Yang.
Quinn. Pedro versus Bowen Yang. I mean, I love Bowen, but I feel like
I think
Pedro
he's definitely.
Is Pedro more like a cat, like a face? You know, like
No, what?
because I think it's like the cats and the rats. It's like two different groups of looks.
Pedro's a cat? No.
Face,
Pedro.
yeah, he's kind of like
He's like a puppy, I feel. Like, he has more of a puppy face. I don't think he's a bad looking. Like, he's the best looking of all three of those people you said. But
you don't even know Paul Mescal.
I know. Okay, well, I do too. And I think Joseph Quinn's attractive, obviously. But he gives me, like, 80s vibes, like Stranger Things. That's all I think about. You know what I mean? I can't see outside of it. Jonathan Bailey transforms. Bowen Yang transforms. Ethan Slater, but you don't like him, he has range. If he played SpongeBob and now he's playing a Tin Man, like, that is a range. Which I don't think Pedro Pascal could do. He just plays superheroes and like Last of Us. He's always like the same character, right? Like Last of Us, he's the same character as he was in that movie with Nicolas Cage we saw, as he was in Star Wars. He's kind of playing like a tropey guy that tropes through the world, you know?
A tropey guy who tropes through the world.
Yeah.
I mean, he does play a lot of like moody dads. I give you that.
Okay,
yes.
thank
I don't
you.
know if he's a moody dad in Gladiator. I think he's. Oh no, Joseph Quinn. I think is Caesar. I don't know who he plays in Gladiator. I just know he has one of them little skirts on. Same with Paul Mescal. They have those skirts.
They're trying to market
thighs
it that
are
way.
out. Yeah,
Okay,
and it's
well,
working. So
you love the thighs. I'm
I
just
do
not
love
a
a
thigh
thigh.
person.
I love a thigh.
Let's hit that KFC. I don't want to see those thighs. You have good thighs, though. I'm not a thigh. Like, what do you think about when you think about thighs? Like, why is it attractive?
I honestly don't know. I just like a big thigh. I think that's why like Olympics too. Everyone's all like going crazy because it's like
The thighs.
they all have little outfits, like all the divers and the gymnasts and stuff. So thighs are
Right.
just out and about.
Maybe they think they're gonna like crush your head or something. Like if you sit on your
There's
face.
that one TikTok guy who like crushes watermelons with his thighs.
That's the thing I think about.
Yeah.
But to me, it doesn't like turn me on to be like, oh, you could crush my face. Like, what are you crushing? A guy, maybe it's different. Like, because like if you're sitting on them, like you like to be crushed more. I don't think a girl wants to be crushed by
I
thighs.
think
So,
if they're
yeah.
stuck like camping and they have a watermelon and no knives. And
Yeah, you
That's
could crush
true,
it with it.
yeah,
That is
for
impressive.
survival.
That guy is impressive. I'm surprised he's not in a movie. That guy's impressive.
That's
What he can
true.
do.
Yeah, he should.
Strong.
Yeah, and that's why, like, again, like doing my little brand deal or whatever, fake brand deal, and thinking about, I was like, I'm going up against all the Olympians right now. Like, the timing of this isn't good because all the
Ooh.
Olympians like walking around. I'm like, what the hell?
Who's your favorite?
My favorite right now is that one on the U.S. gymnast team, the one with the
Steven
glasses. Yes, that everyone loves.
What's his name? Steven Netteros.
I think close. Yeah.
Yeah. He's all over my timeline.
Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Clark
he is very
Kent.
Clark Kent
Oh, he
vibes.
wears glasses. Why does everyone wear glasses now? It's crazy. And you can wear contacts. It's 2024.
I don't know if he. I don't know if he can.
I think his condition he
Oh,
can't.
Yeah.
so sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like physically, he
He
can't.
just
I'm
has
sorry.
some, sensitivity with his eyes that
Yeah.
he needs glasses.
He said when he does the pummel, he doesn't see. He feels with his hands. I was like, ooh, T.
Yeah, that's very. I felt like I was him because I can't wear glasses obviously when I do my makeup and I can't see what I'm doing. I just like guess. That's why sometimes I feel like I look a little
Really?
crazy because I can't see when I'm
No,
doing
yours
it.
look good. Wait, you can't see when you're doing it?
No, because my vision is so bad. So I
Up
just kind of
close?
am like guessing. I have to get like really, really close, which is it's hard sometimes.
Wow,
but
you do a good job.
I kind of just like I feel it out. So I'm a lot like Steven for sure.
Do it side by side. I can see it. I can see it.
It's
Like
just the glasses.
you should cosplay him. I am doing we're doing a little Olympics theme next Monday. A little bit, nothing like crazy, but Moses wanted to get medals or something, and I want to wear my Skims Olympics outfit. So maybe you should come and cosplay as him. What did
With
you guys
just
get? The
glasses?
leotard?
Oh yeah, we need a little leotard, I guess, and the glasses. But I think he's my favorite. He just seems very sweet, and I love his girlfriend. Like they do little TikToks together. They do the apple dance, which I love. You love the apple
Marketed.
dance.
Yeah. I do love it. I do love it. But yeah, you're right. Maybe I should. Yeah, okay. How come we haven't done it?
Because no one's paid me a lot of money, and I don't know the dance.
Yes, you do. That's the dance. Wait, there's something that starts with it. Oh, it's like I seen dun 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 dun. And then it's like I see the apple down symmetrical lines.
It's kind of scary. Makes me just want to try.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a good dance. It is actually good.
good
It's
dance.
catchy.
Yes.
So he has a girl. I'm surprised that he said he had a girlfriend because I feel like everyone loves him so much. I feel like it's like taking someone to the premiere, right? It's like, oh my God, don't say that. Why you just won
they
the Olympics?
already went like very public before the Olympics, so you can't like undo it because I think if their social media like footprint is pretty obvious because their anniversary is on July 4th, so they just celebrated their anniversary.
And he's an Olympic athlete. He
And
loves America.
she's a gymnast too. I don't know if she's on the Olympics team, but she's also a gymnast, so
That
they
would
have that in
happen.
common.
Is he little? Is he short?
I think all gymnasts are little. They're like all short kings, is what I read.
I love
'Cause
it.
I think you have to
Especially
be
this
small,
sport.
right? Yeah.
Because the legs going over that.
The
If you're
legs-
too long, you can't do that.
Okay, that was wild. That was actually that made me want to buy the Olympics. That's why I bought all the stuff from Ralph Lauren. I literally Googled like Team USA merch. So I was on, I love Fashion Nova. I got the Fashion Nova already though, but I got the Ralph Lauren. I got a Skims. And I think Bloomingdale's had stuff. So I was like buying all this Team USA stuff. So all of a sudden we're gonna have all this USA. Oh, NBC store has like this bomber jacket I got. I'm like, when am I gonna wear a jacket that says like USA? Especially with the elections coming up, everyone's gonna be like, we hate USA. Right now we love USA. And Team
already Team
you
USA.
have that shirt already. I was like, damn, I wish we had a Team USA shirt for you. He's like, I got one. I was like, when did we buy that? That's because we're not those people that wear like American flags. We're like, yes, USA, but now everyone's so USA. So and you know what? Steven got me on board. I was like, you know what? They won the gold medals. We should partake in this. So
Bronze medal, but yes.
Wait, what?
He helped get them the bronze, but it's the male gymnastics team for the U.S. U.S. male gymnastics team first medal in 16 years, but it's bronze. But that's the first time they even got one.
Oh.
That's impressive now.
Yeah, I thought. Wait, what?
Yeah, so that's why everyone was like going crazy for him because he came in clutch and then helped them get a medal. Period. A bronze, but still.
Oh, no.
But it's the first time they were able to get one in 16 years.
So I guess
'cause-
if the rest of the team were better, they would get maybe a gold. But
Yeah, damn. He had to pick up the slack for everybody, I guess. Wait, that's so sad because the women's, they be getting the gold.
They got the gold, yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, look, so good because I could never get a bronze, obviously. But like, it's interesting. Everyone celebrates it so much because it's in bronze third place. Like, no, again, amazing, but also like, I
But-
thought gold
yeah,
was
but
the
you
big
get
one.
to be on the podium.
Yeah,
And it's like,
and if they haven't
love
got one in
voting.
16 years, I think if they got gold like last year, be like, oh, good, you got bronze. But the fact that they haven't been able to get anything in so long, it's like, woo, yeah.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I like it. I think we should celebrate like third place, and what's those other ones where they just give trophies to people? Participation?
Participation awards.
Yeah, participation
Love
awards.
participation
Me too.
awards.
I love it, and I think that should be celebrated more. But I tell you what, back when I was a kid, like when there was the 1, 2, 3, I remember people would boo the third place.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't even third place, so I'm not saying anything about it. But I remember people would boo them. They're like,
Oh
boo,
my
you
God.
suck. And then the second would get silver, like, boo, you suck. And then whoever was gold was like, well, yeah, get it. So that sounds
Well,
like shook.
now we know why they do the participation trophies and they stop doing
Jesus.
I
that.
love it. I don't think I ever got like a participation trophy. I don't think, but I wish I would have. Like I would have loved it. It's like being a background actor in a musical. It's like it's kind of the same thing. It's like everyone should just get a role because if you don't get a role, you feel bad. But okay, well, great. Honestly, they have like a lot of see the patriarchy again. I've seen more about the men's gymnastics teams than I have about the women's gymnastics team.
Really?
And women's, yeah. The only thing I saw was Simone Biles, who I love, and I saw her little like vault thing. I mean, amazing. But that's all I've seen. I know every single member from the men's gymnastics team. I know everything they did. I see this guy all over the place flipping his legs, and I was like, it's good they got a bronze, but like, why don't they talk? I guess they get a lot of hype, the girls gymnastics team. But what I saw was like they're talking about doing TikToks after, and I was like, why don't you show what that girl did? Like, I want to see who's at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Because
Yeah.
out of the like women's gymnastics team, you're right. Like I see a lot of Simone, and I feel like she's really the only one I like recognize. Right
Me
away.
too.
Yeah. But also like I think she also just made history as like the most awarded women's gymnastics in the U.S. history, whatever. So I think maybe that's also why, like,
Yeah.
she's just so iconic and good.
Yeah,
that
for
it's like,
sure.
damn, like, obviously she's gonna be like the star.
Yeah.
You know. But you're right. Like, I think the other guys, like, I heard a lot about what's the other ones on the males, Brady. I heard a lot about him.
Yes, me
Yeah.
too. I know every single like I never knew what they even did in gymnastics, and I could tell you like everything the men did, and the girls I like don't know. Like now I know what a pummel is, I know what a dismount is, like I know all this stuff, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. You know what I mean? But all the other stuff I don't know. Simone is great. Like that's amazing. She's amazing, and I love Simone. That everyone's saying Simone Biles' husband, which by the way redeemed himself. Right? Did you see him keeping score for her in the audience?
Oh, her husband.
Yes. What did I say?
Oh.
Boyfriend.
Oh no, I just didn't hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Or are they married? I don't even know
They're
if they're
married.
married. Oh, they are
you remember
married.
he was mad
Yeah.
that or people like Simone Biles' husband. He's like, no, like she's lucky to have me. You remember that
Yes,
whole scandal?
yes.
But he redeemed himself because he was like keeping score. Like
Oh,
and it
that's
was
cute.
so
I didn't
cute.
see that.
I feel like, and maybe it was set up because everyone in the comments was like growth. We love to see it, and I bet he did that to get
Because he
people to
knew
like
people
it.
were looking. Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna.
From what I heard, with his team, he in his contract he put it in that he will go to see her in the Olympics, that they will let him go, and so for him,
Simone
it was,
Biles' husband.
yeah, so for him it was a big deal to go and support her, and he
What-
made
what's
sure
his
to be able to go.
contract?
Football.
Oh.
Because they're all in training camps right now, and like you have to
Oh.
stay there and like be with the team or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I love that. I literally thought he was like a stay-at-home husband. I had no idea. Okay, I get it. Then he has a little bit of an ego where he's like, I'm also a football player. Like, okay. I don't know his name. Do you?
No.
See, and he is Simone Biles' husband. But yeah, I think if he didn't say that thing about like being like she's lucky, like I'm the prize, I think people wouldn't have been so hard on him. But I don't think there's also anything wrong with calling someone someone's husband. Do you? Like, it was like that's Trisha Paytas' husband. Like,
It just depends where you're from. If you're in the football world, they know him. If you're in gymnastics, you know her.
if you're in the water
If you
world, they
come
know
to the
you.
water world, they'll be like, "Oh, that's Moses' wife."
Yeah.
I love that. That's everything. Yeah, I don't think it's bad when people say that. I don't know. I would like being someone's wife. I don't know. Yeah.
I think it only becomes problematic if, I mean, especially for celebrities or whatever, it's like if the girl in the relationship, like their accomplishments get like diminished because they're with like Pedro Pascal or something, you know what I mean? Like say
Yeah.
he's with like, you have like an actor that's with a really like critically acclaimed, like Oscar winning other actress, and you're like, you only care about, Pedro, being Pedro's girlfriend or something, you know what I mean? Then it's like,
Right,
you
I
like
guess.
diminish there. But it's also like a thing where, like you were talking about earlier, like men having it being judged a little bit more, being able to judge men more. It's also like history has been so unkind to women, so it's like you can take it a little bit. But
I feel like Sophie Turner just did like an article, like I think it was this week, where she said the focus was just being like the Jonas Brothers' wives.
Oh, yes.
And it was always about she felt like a +1, which is like crazy because I'm sorry, like Sophie Turner to me is so much more relevant than Joe Jonas. Is that the one she was with?
yeah,
I like know nothing about Joe Jonas. I know they were like big, but I was like I for sure would know Priyanka over Nick. And I definitely would know Sophie over because she was in Game of Thrones. Don't you think that's more viewership than like the Jonas Brothers? I don't know. Maybe not. You can tell me.
I think yeah, especially like around the time, like for the time, like the
Yeah.
Jonas Brothers around that time weren't really doing much because this was before I think their comeback.
Yes.
Right? So for the time, definitely Game of Thrones was more relevant. I
Right.
think they helped. It was one of those couples where like they helped each other be more like pop culturally relevant. I think, but once the Jonas Brothers got all big, it was like Priyanka, Sophie, and then Danielle. They were like the Jonas wives, whatever. That's what they were like being marketed as, and like they were in the Jonas Brothers music videos together. Like they were really pushing the Jonas Wives Club.
Really?
And the Jonas Wives agenda.
That's a good movie, Jonas
so
Wives
I think,
Club.
yeah, right?
I like it.
So I think they were like marketed just as much as like the Joe Bros. I don't know if they like the Joe Bros marketing team was like, oh, let's also push this angle, you know.
That's kind of weird, especially when they're like, I could get like Danielle. Like I was just watching clips with the Jonas Brothers. I guess he had a reality show with her.
Yes, on E.
Did you watch it?
No.
There's
just know they
like
have
clips on TikTok now, and it's kind of interesting. But I didn't know anything about her and stuff like that, so I could kind of get that more. So like she's really just all about being a wife and like doing like cooking and stuff like that. So I kind of get that more. But like someone like Priyanka and like Sophie who had like big careers, like
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't like that. I would. Actually, maybe. I'm trying to think. I guess if not Joe Jonas though, it'd have to be someone really famous, like Zac Efron, like being Zac Efron's wife. Okay, I'll take that. Not Joe Jonas, but it was weird. Like she was like 20 when he slid in her DMs, and I was like, oh, and he was like 26, and like all that stuff. Like she got pregnant really quick, and I'm not saying like blaming him for that, but I'm just saying like all that stuff was just a lot. Anyways, I like that article because people were coming like so hard on her, being like she's not talking, she's with another guy, all this stuff like that. And meanwhile, she's like, Joe's a really great dad, and I hope we have Christmas together. She's saying all this nice stuff, and they were just trying to paint her as like she never sees her kids. The kids are with Joe, like all this stuff. I was just like, ugh, I hate that. I hate when they try to do it. So I like the article. I don't know where it was.
I think Vogue.
Oh. Iconic.
Or British Vogue, I think. One of the Vogues.
Oh, both iconic. I would be in either one. No, I love her. I don't know how we got there. We were talking about the Olympics. Was there the Italian swimmer? I know him. Everyone was talking about it. Did you see him?
No.
Oh,
Was he the one that, like, he had the trunks that, like, looked kind of see-through?
Maybe.
Was that him?
I don't know. That I didn't know. Everyone's like, he's hot. I was like, okay.
I know. There's so many that are just, like, hot and, like, I'm sure very, very good. But a lot of the times I just see, like, especially, like, my FYP, it's all just, like, hot guys in little, you know, singlets or, like, little trunks, like, making hot faces. You know what I mean? Like,
really?
they just look hot.
What's a
Well,
hot face?
the original Olympics, they were naked.
Yes, I read that.
Yeah, I mean, all the drawings, if you look at all
Why?
the drawings.
That makes sense.
Because I think they
Speed.
always was about people appreciating
The body.
those athletes' bodies and everything.
As they should, honestly, because I don't even think it is like, not appropriation. What's the word if you just Google someone's body? What is that called? Like if you're only focused on the body.
Oh my God.
Like
Objectifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's objectification because it's like they worked so hard on those bodies. I feel like I would also want to show off my body if I looked like that. All of them. All the gymnasts, men, women, swimmers, men, women. Also for speed, I would feel like it would help. Although I don't know, a guy gymnast, do you think they tuck? Because he probably gets in the way, right?
I think it's like just so constricting.
Like a
the
sports
lycra.
bra?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess gymnasts too. You can't have boobs probably because you're like flopping everywhere.
I think also like everything just like constricts you, right? Just like keeps you all
have the-
tight, I think.
I wonder if they like tape them down or something. Because you would just think you'd get better. I don't know, like
Aerodynamics.
physics. Yeah.
For
like
the
you
less the less resistance.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that's why swimmers always shaved.
Yes.
Like it's just like
Well,
established.
nowadays,
helps
they
them.
design all the clothes to help them with their performance. Definitely.
They should do naked Olympics if that's how it was in olden days. That'd be great, right? People would watch that.
I think
They would go.
They have naked basketball, but that's something else.
Really?
Oh.
On like where?
I'm trying to think if I would like that. I don't know
Not
if I
naked
would.
basketball. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to see Tristan Thompson naked, but I would. Tom Daly, okay. Simone Biles, yes, but those guys are just so huge. Although probably talk about schlongs, they probably do have. I don't know, because they just seem like. I mean, it's fact. It's not even like it's not even whatever. They seem to get around a lot to different women, so they probably just
yeah.
have like an insatiable penis or something where it's just like.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be a lot of movement, like especially like the dribbling and then you're jumping and like I don't know.
In each other's face. That would be wild. I don't want to see that. I definitely
I don't know.
want to see that.
I don't think basketball. I think the aquatic sports maybe because that's a little bit more
Yeah.
agile. I don't even think gymnastics because then you're flipping around. I don't know. That's like
That's
things
what
to
I'm
be
saying.
flying.
Right. That would be a lot harder.
Uh-huh.
Like doing the pummel just naked.
It's just like what?
That would
like
hurt.
yeah.
I guess you squeeze it in between your legs or something like that. Ooh, naked Olympics would be so much fun actually.
Because I think one of the swimmers who it was like controversial because his trunks were like obviously like really really tight, but then they were like patterned with dots and stuff, so it looked like nude illusion, and there was like controversy over it. Like
Why?
he looks naked, but then everyone was like, well, back in the day they swam naked,
Oh,
so.
so that's what I'm saying. Why do people get offended if something looks naked? It's like we're all naked.
Yeah,
underneath.
and I was like zooming in. I was like, is it see through? And I'm like, I don't like actually see
Yeah.
any junk. It's just like the way it's like white, but then the orange dots that are around it, and it like had the illusion of being nude or something. But I'm like, you can't see
That
anything
sounds
really.
fierce. I would wear those trunks. That's cool. Little orange dots made it nude. That's so weird.
It's like an optical illusion kind of vibe. I guess that's the only thing I could really see. I was really like trying to do my journalistic duties of zooming in on the crotch to figure it out. But yeah, I don't know.
Who was it?
One of the swimmers. Maybe it was that Italian one. I forget.
Everyone was just talking about that guy, and I was like, who's the hottest country, you think? Who has the hottest people?
I don't know. Maybe Brazil. I feel like Brazilians are always hot.
I don't know any Brazilians. What, like, famous Brazilians
I don't know about famous ones. I just know, like, every time I've seen, like,
athletes.
photos. Yeah, and it's like, Brazilians are just, like, hot. I don't know. Something in the water in Brazil.
I guess it's like a big country, so the probability of hot people.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Especially like once you get to like Olympic level, I'm sure you're saying like the hottest of the hot.
That's true.
Right?
I know that's what I notice about different countries. Like the Italian person, I'm like, why does he look so different? Obviously he's hot, but it's like they look so. How come countries look so different? Like you can tell when someone's Russian, you can tell when someone's.
That's true.
Like why does people's faces look like all the same in one region? And Americans look the same. You can even British people. You can spot a British person. Like it's like how come they all look the same?
Because for the longest time they didn't mix. For the longest
time. They didn't
time.
mix? What does that mean? Like have
the different
babies?
races didn't mix and people stayed within their own. But then the origin of their differences comes from the geography of it. Because like if you're like in Antarctica, your skin is going to be different. Your eyes are going to be like the conditions you live in. Than if you live in Africa under the sun.
So it like develops based on where you live. Because like languages too. Like how did we all just start speaking different languages?
Same thing. Like in really hot climates, speech is very fast.
Oh.
And when you go to really cold climates, it's very slow speech.
But I guess like what I'm saying is like Adam and Eve, right? They spoke the same language. How did people just start branching off?
Adam and Eve should be like your bookmark for like historical. I don't know.
What does science say? There's a bunch of people here.
It's the story of Babylon, the Tower of Babel.
No way that's true. This biblical story is like they built a tower and God's like, you're getting too close. Let me give you all different languages to speak so you can't understand each other. I was like, that definitely did not happen. Love the theory. If someone knows, like even scientists, you know me, I don't care if it's faith or science, let me know why, either biblically or scientifically, why we speak different languages. Because what's the scientific theory of why we're here? Like Adam and Eve is faith-based. What's the science theory?
The Big Bang.
Which is the same. So like two people have to come here and procreate, right?
I guess so.
So it's the same thing. Big Bang thing. I did so much soul searching in the spiritual journey. It's all the same. Because like God too, it's like boom, seventh day. Like it's created. Like so it is the Big Bang theory. Like boom, it's here. Big Bang thing. Boom, a light is here. Like
What did you say? LA is here?
I don't know what I said just now.
Yeah. You said, boom, LA is here. I don't know if that happened.
I didn't say LA. On the seventh day. I was like, what?
Yeah, and God created Hollywood.
Yeah. On the seventh day, boom. I was also thinking this morning, too, we were talking about one of my glam people. He said that he's like native, indigenous to Mexico. Like his family's indigenous to Mexico. So I was like, do every country, because like Aboriginals were in Australia. I'm learning all this today in glam. I didn't know. So Aboriginals were Australia. So I was like, was Australia conquered by someone like Christopher Columbus?
I think the British, maybe. I know Australia.
What?
Oh my God,
Probably.
a lot of geography talk. My least favorite subject.
Because Australia was their prison.
Yeah,
British
they
prison.
shipped prisoners over there.
All the people in Australia are basically descendants of prisoners? Of criminals.
Oh my God, get Kim Kardashian over there. The reform is happening. I don't understand though. Like, okay, so wait, so they shipped prisoners there, but like, okay, so what does that mean? So the Aboriginals that were there,
I think they're all like were native Aboriginals there, but they also like shipped like prisoners over there. Was it lepers too? I remember something with leper. Leprosy, the disease.
What is that? I heard of it, but what is it? It's just like, what is that?
I think from my understanding, it's like they're deformed, like they have either a skin condition.
Yeah, it's like almost like a more intense chicken pox.
Mm-hmm. And they just sent them. That's
kind
of smart, I guess. It's kind of like if like quarantine, like they should just put everybody.
Right. But it was the other way around. Somebody was sick, they would send them away, quarantine everybody else from them.
They should have done that with COVID, and then it wouldn't have spread so much if they all were just quarantined.
I think they did in China. They locked people into their homes.
Really?
Like literally welded their doors shut.
Oh my God. That's smart, honestly. Kind of smart. People here were just still going on Hinge dates and all this. I was like, okay, everyone just stay inside.
All the influencer parties.
Yeah, Bryce Hall. Everyone just at Saddle Ranch. It's like, that's how he spread it. I feel bad for the lepers then. Did it end leprosy?
I think leprosy is over. It was in the 1800s.
Ooh, like British era.
Oh yeah, Queensland in the 1800s was Australia's last leper colony.
What year?
It just says 1800s.
Well, we need to know if it's Lincoln or Bridgerton. I need to know what era.
I have to subscribe to the Brisbane Times.
Oh, no.
It's $1.
Too much. No. If I'm paying you $8 an hour, I can't afford another dollar. No way. Okay, well, let us know. That's crazy. So then who conquered Mexico? You know what I mean? Like, did every country get conquered and then the native people... Like, it's kind of sad when you think about it, right? Like, it is sad. Like, everyone just got
in every
conquered.
country, then
But who's the
native
original
people.
conqueror? Like, who's the original...
It changes. Every century there's a different empire, and it changes.
Okay, Christopher Columbus was, like, British, right? Or Europe. Is there natives to Britain? Is there natives to England?
Yeah.
Hernan Cortez conquered Mexico in 1521. He was from Spain. I think a lot of conquerors
The
were from
Spaniards,
Spain.
yeah. The Spaniards. But again, that was one of the empires, but then the British after that.
So are there natives to Spain?
I think every country has natives.
Every country has natives. So who's the original conqueror that took the land from
God,
somebody?
I don't
Do you
know.
know? I wonder who that was. Like the first person to conquer and be like, this is our land now.
Well, when we go back, we go Rome, Greece, like those are the ones we know of, you know.
Well, someone probably conquered Rome. Mm-hmm. So where's the native Romans? It's just crazy when you think like, where did it all
where
start?
are the Egyptians? You know, people that actually build the pyramids. Where are they? Because it's not the people that live there now.
Right.
But the recent theory is that there's basically there's an alien race that seeded all different DNAs around the coasts of the different.
What?
We're
Alien race? Is that what you said?
we're basically all like a DNA experiment and.
All right. That sounds good to me. Did you see Andy Cohen and Alex Cooper commenting on the Olympics? They're the commentators, by the way.
Oh, they like the official NBC commentators?
Which is like
For
us
what?
being the official commentators. They know nothing about sports, and neither do we. But I'm like, honestly, what? Like, you think they would have people like Michael Strahan, right, who's like a host, but also from the athletic world. So you think you would have like that? These two like clearly don't know sport. I love both of them. Not Andy Cohen. I love Alex Cooper. Andy Cohen, I guess whatever. But it's like he like. Did you see the one where like the German? What was it? She was a soccer player. She like got injured and she was like on the floor and she's just like crying. He's like, what? She's crying? That's bad sportsmanship.
What?
Yeah. And someone's
No, I
like
didn't see
like
that.
the other person that was in the room, not Alex Cooper, someone else was like, oh, like she actually was like injured, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like you like didn't. I was like, why would your first thing be like, why is she like? I get it, you're from like the Real Housewife world, you think it's like everything's dramatics, but it's like this girl was like so injured, and he's like, wow, like that's dramatic, that's not sportsmanlike. I was like, why is he commentating? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I would be the same way.
Wait,
I'd be
the
so
guy
ignorant,
from Bravo,
but
the guy that
yeah,
he's commentating.
yeah, him and Alex Cooper are like
What?
the hosts for Peacock, which is like so weird, right? I was like, well, we could do it next year, but I also like. Very, very random.
He's NBC, so I guess that makes sense. Alex Cooper, I don't know. Maybe they're like the girly commentators. Like if you're going to Peacock, it's like Love Island, and then you can watch like the girlies comment on the Olympics. Because I know that for like the gymnastics team, they had like former gymnastics commentate.
Wait, who was? They were?
No, like
they just had it.
for the Simone Biles one when they were like narrating that, commenting, whatever.
Oh.
They had like former Olympians.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So maybe they have like different channels where you can, like the Super Bowl, you could have watched like SpongeBob comment on the Super Bowl, or you can watch
Really?
the sports people comment on the Super Bowl.
Oh,
you know?
so they're like the SpongeBob.
Yeah, I think they're like probably the SpongeBob version of it.
I mean, we could have done that too.
Oh, 100% we could
How
have
come
done
we
it.
don't get asked for these things?
We have to have an in. Like Andy is a part of the family, so it's like it's like that's why Kelly Clarkson's there. She's NBC.
Kelly Clarkson was there? What was she doing?
I think she's also commentating. She's like hosting the show from there. She interviews all the
What?
Olympians. Yeah.
She would be an industry plant. If we didn't see her beginnings, I would think she's an industry plant. Because how is she everywhere? Once you get skinny, you get everywhere. You're plugged in every place. That's good for her, though.
Well, technically,
Honestly.
she got her show before she got skinny.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, because she only got
Really?
skinny like this.
Recently?
Yeah, this season she got skinny.
She was, no, there's no way she was chunky on TV.
Yeah, because on
Wow.
The Voice she was a little bit bigger. And then she got the Kelly Clarkson show. She was still a little bit bigger.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think she's on season 2 or 3 of that show.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I love that. I didn't know. I should watch that then.
Yeah.
I like that because I was thinking about that today, how there's no like plus size host like Ricky Lake was back when I was a kid. And I was like, oh, I loved Ricky Lake because she like looked like me or whatever. But, oh, Kelly Clarkson. Okay. Who else is? I guess. Oh no, see, Jennifer Hudson's also skinny now.
Yeah, Sherry Shepherd's also pretty.
She's skinny.
Yeah, she's pretty skinny.
I guess you have to be skinny. I think you do, because anytime I've ever even gotten like close to like being on TV in some capacity, like, oh, have you ever thought about like losing weight, or have you ever thought about Ozempic? Yeah, like recently, even maybe like last October, they're like, oh, have you ever thought about taking Ozempic? And I was like, no. Actually, all the time, of course, I'm fat. Like, what a weird thing to say. And I was like, they probably just don't want to put like big people on TV because you never really see it. But yeah, and then they all get skinny, I guess. I guess you see yourself on TV and then you're probably like, oh, I look fat. Like, let me lose weight. I probably would do that too. Because if you notice, like, Bridgerton too, they all like lose weight. And like, they probably like look at themselves like, oh, I could be skinnier or something.
Yeah, especially I feel like with like fittings and stuff, like you probably, when you see everyone else around you being these cute little skinny outfits, it's like us if we're in a fitting with Brooke and Tana and they were like in the fiercest outfits and then they're putting us in like
moo-moos. Caftans. I know. I did think about that. They were wearing something cute the other day and I was like, I can never pull that off. Oh God, it's just like, but at that point, like I can't even. It's not even I'm going to even try to be skinny, because if I'm doing a fitting with Brooke, there's no way I'm going to be like,
that's true.
If I don't eat today, I can look like that. It's like, no, if I don't eat for like, you know, me personally, if I didn't eat, I'd have to stop eating for the rest of my life to be that skinny. You know what I mean? She's works out and she's very like health oriented. I'm not, but yeah, that would be over for me. I don't know.
Speaking of though, like I also love the one of the female rugby players on Team USA. I think her name is Alona Maher. She's like the girl on TikTok, and she's like very much like body positivity vibes, because she gets shamed a lot about like she's just like bigger because she plays rugby, so she has like a lot more muscle, so people like comment on her talking about like, oh, like what's your BMI, like blah blah blah. Meanwhile, she's at the damn Olympics for rugby.
If
like
you're
she's
an athlete,
fierce.
yeah, that's so stupid. Oh my God,
yeah,
that's so dumb.
and
like,
she clocked it. She was like, honestly, like I talked to my doctor about BMI, and obviously like my BMI was gonna be higher, but that's because I'm an athlete. Like I have more muscle, I have to eat more. Blah blah blah. She's like, and she's like, and I'm at the Olympics, and you're not. Like she's like,
I love that.
She's so fierce.
Yeah. That's so true. Because even like trying to clock someone's health when you're an athlete, it's like, what are you talking about? Clearly they know. Oh God, people are so annoying. And it's like, what do they look like? You know, all these people that comment, it's like so freaking annoying. It's like, what do you look like at home? Like the body thing is so annoying.
Yeah. Meanwhile, then like the chocolate muffin craze.
What?
Have you seen that?
I love the chocolate muffin. That's most every morning
have
to
you
me.
seen the Olympic chocolate muffins?
No. Where are they at?
Oh, in the Olympic Village.
Can we get them? Can someone send it to us?
If you're at the Olympic Village,
ooh, please send it to us.
Can you please send us the chocolate muffins? Yeah, they're taking over. And one of the Norwegian Olympians, Henrik Christensen, he's like the muffin man of the Olympics, because he makes all these TikToks with these chocolate muffins. He's like obsessed with them. He always carries them around, like in his drawer next to his bed is like all the chocolate muffins, and they look so good. Yes.
Oh, where can we get them? Ask Stone's Bakery if they can make us chocolate muffins.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fun. We could do try an Olympic athlete's favorite food. That's what we should do.
Oh,
because Michael Phelps liked McDonald's chicken nuggets before he would swim.
So I wonder what like Simone Biles' favorite food is.
We should look that up. That should be our Patreon.
What's his name? Stevens.
Yeah.
I think Steven's favorite food.
Why don't you DM him?
Okay.
You think he's on TikTok?
I think he is, right? Or at least his girlfriend is. His girlfriend's the one that posted the apple dance.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll try and DM her. I feel like we need to know his favorite meal, Simone Biles' favorite meal, and who was the other one we said? The Muffin Man.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Henrik Christensen.
Oh God, I need these muffins. I love muffins.
They look so good. Someone on TikTok even like made a recipe like of what they think it could be.
Ooh, we should bake them.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't look that hard. It's like flour, cocoa powder, espresso powder, sugar, avocado oil, vanilla extract, Greek yogurt, chocolate chips.
Oh my God, that's so many ingredients. I cannot.
I know.
I
was thinking Moses could do it.
Yeah, Moses could bake because he measures.
I'll do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Please, babe. That would be amazing. Can you okay, that would be such a good Patreon video, because you could like do the ingredients and like kind of make it, and then we could, it's like that girl on TikTok that gets served by her boyfriend. He always makes dinner and he serves it in front of her, and it's like then she just eats it. I'm like, that's the dream job. I always tell him we should do that. Oh my God, let's make chocolate muffins. That'd be so good.
The Olympic Village chocolate muffins. Yeah, they look so good because they're like big and like thick, but then there's chocolate chips on top and like a little bit of like, it almost looks like a little bit of chocolate syrup, but I think it's like melted chocolate that's like oozing from the top. Oh, it looks so good.
Okay, Moses could do it for sure, because he's like so good at measuring. Like baking, you have to measure, and I can't.
Yeah, there's a lot of measurements in this recipe.
That I don't know at all. But I would love it. Oh God, and he's an Olympic athlete.
Yes.
What's he do?
Let me see what his sport is.
Okay.
I think he's something aquatic. I think. Let's see.
A lot of aquatic sports in the summer. Was there skateboarding or something in the Olympics?
Yes.
So I was like, okay, random.
Oh yes, he is a swimmer.
The swimmers always eat like crazy food. Like I told you, Michael Phelps would eat like
because you burn
McDonald's.
so many calories, so you have to like eat a lot when you're swimming.
Michael Phelps had like 20,000 calories or something was his daily calorie.
Didn't you do a video like That eating like Michael Phelps or something, or just eating 20,000
calories. There was like a 10,000 calorie challenge, which like now I could crush for sure, but it was so hard. It was so hard, but I think I could do it now for sure. We could do that. We could do that for Patreon. We're gonna do the 20,000 challenge. Each of us has to eat 10,000.
Poor Oscar.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Yeah.
See, this is why we're
that is
2
like
pounds.
abuse. Okay, I won't do it.
For $8 an hour, I'm not.
Per pound you gain. You get an extra $1 raise.
Oh, in that case.
$1 a calorie.
I would do it if someone like literally if a company was like, hey, we'll pay you $1,000 per pound, I would lose 100 pounds instantly. You know what I mean? I definitely could do it for that. I'm like very money motivated, and 100% I could do it.
Why don't you just pretend that you're getting paid $1,000?
Because I won't. I know. Maybe.
But it works the other way around, right? When people lose that much, then all the companies come and be like, hey, join our campaign. Here's...
Tea. Okay. Well, probably won't happen. I'm losing a pound a week. So technically in 2 years, I'll be down 100 pounds. I'm okay with it, honestly. I'm going to do that grapefruit. I do grapefruit 3 times a week. It's working, okay? It's working, and I'm going to keep with it. Not after these chocolate muffins. Moses brings a muffin every morning for breakfast. I'm like, this is probably why I'm not losing weight, because that's half my calories for the day. But we did do toast. We switched to toast and bananas. I'm like, that's a little bit better, because we were eating cake. We were eating cake, too. Nothing but cake, the coconut cake.
It's been a lot of cakes this month.
I know. We can tone it down, I guess. There's no birthdays coming up until September.
And no, like, anniversaries, I guess. Like, no big episode milestones, really. Unless, like, 120, that's kind of big.
We celebrate every 20. 120, 140.
Just
That'd
like
be everything.
Malibu. Happy birthday every day.
Yeah, every day
Yes.
is a birthday. That's true. That's tea. I love that. I love a chocolate brownie or a chocolate muffin. I'm getting hungry. It's like whenever we're in Glam, we talk about Taco Bell too. And I was like, the crunch. No, I think they have a gordita at Taco Bell. Is that right? Like
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I think they have a gordita and it's only 360 calories.
What's in it?
Beef, lettuce, cheese.
That sounds skinny.
Oh, I think it's chalupa. I think it's the one that's like a soft breaded taco.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks so good. And we always talk about Taco Bell, and I'm like, oh, I had it last time after it's not even up yet. I filmed a video after our last Hot Topics, and I was like, I think it was because I had a phone call at 4, so we couldn't go out to eat. And I was like, Mo was like, well, do you want to just order Marmalade? I'm like, I think I kind of just want Taco Bell. So I got a grilled cheese burrito, and it was so good. It's really amazing. 700 calories, but, you know. So good. Yes.
This is a really random hot topic, but I am excited about it. I got called in. Well, I might have to do jury duty. And then I was thinking, have you ever done jury duty?
Oh, no.
You've never had to do it?
No.
That is wild.
I don't know. How do you know if you have to do it?
You got a letter.
The thing is, I don't like check mail that often, and I throw out like half the mail. I've always done this. So I don't know.
When we were not even together, we were just dating, I would come over and I would see piles of mail. I was like, you have letters there from the IRS. Have you ever opened those? Like,
I never did.
No, I don't. Somebody else.
On the flip side of that, I used to get checks from like SAG, and I used to throw those out too. Because I thought I don't know.
You still do. She never, like,
Yeah.
I give her, she gets checks for like Nathan For You and all kind of shows
Yeah, I
you've been
throw them
on.
out. I'm just like, I don't know. Well, he opens them now, so now I'll cash them. But when I used to get the mail for real, it would just stack, and I would throw like half of it out. So if you get it through the mail, then I'm screwed. What happens? Oh my God, what happens if I got it? I don't know. I guess I should check the mail.
But also, like, can you do, if you're a public figure, can you do jury
Taylor Swift
duty?
had to do jury duty a
No
couple of
way.
years ago.
Well, she
Yeah.
probably did it to, as a
Right.
PR for jury duty.
Look how
like,
relatable I
yeah.
am. I am doing jury duty. I don't understand it.
Can you imagine the criminal of like, oh my God, what did I?
Hey, listen.
He's in my
I
jury.
would probably just try and get out of it. I'd be like, I don't like fat people or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would do.
You know, I had a friend who had to do jury duty. It was on a case for like 2 weeks because it was like a murder trial or something.
I don't understand. So you have to do jury duty.
You have to at least like get called in. Like if you get a letter, you have to at least like check the website to see if they need you, and if they need you, you go to see if you might be selected out of the pool.
Okay,
the
so where
jury
can
pool.
I go to see if I was ever selected? How do I find
No
it?
idea. I just know you get a letter, and then they tell you to check a website. But if you haven't got the letter, then
That's crazy because like IRS, as I know, like the taxes, like you can go to a website and be like, okay, this is how much you owe. This is like your property taxes. Like it'll tell you all this. So it's like, how do they not tell you for something
you
like
have
this?
to go to the court website, but
my
it makes you
God.
put in the number that you got in your letter.
Well,
so I don't even know if you can just like
Is it
check
certified? Do they hand it to you in person?
It's just in the mail, in the mailbox.
How do they expect anyone to see that? Like seriously, what? See, even us, Moses gets the mail, but like once a month. So what? Like they want me now?
Once a month?
Yeah, once a month we get the mail, don't we? Maybe twice a month. I'm like, can you get the
Once you see
mail?
that the mailbox is full, so
Yeah.
things start overflowing out.
Which doesn't happen that often to
No,
us,
I'm
and it's just
joking.
like no one gets checks in the mail anymore. Everything is like wires. So it's like, what's even the point
The
of checking the
problem
mail?
is she subscribes to anything. If she goes to a website and they ask you, do you want to get emails and junk mail? She's
Yeah.
like, yes.
Of course.
So all of our mail is junk mail. It's like this
Yeah.
big stack of like
And we throw it
promotional
out.
stuff.
It's just like the cookies. I always say except cookies. Like, you don't have to do it. I'm like, it's fine. Like, what do I want to do? Reject and they don't let me in? Like, I'm like, yes, give me the cookies. I don't
Well,
care.
think of it as a mail diet.
Right.
No more cookies.
No more mail, no more cookies. I never check the mail, so that's stupid. And they also should just like, if you're in a lawsuit, someone has to hand it to you. You know what I mean? So if they
That's true.
really
You have to be
want you,
served.
yeah, that's okay. Wild. So you're going?
I don't know. I have to like put. I think it's in a couple weeks. I have to put my thing in, and they like the day before or something, and then see if I have to show up.
Can I write you a letter to be like, I need him here?
I don't
Because
know.
that's crazy. That like you just miss work.
Yeah, usually I don't know what it is for all companies. I know ours, I think you get like 5 days of paid leave if you're on jury duty, but like what if you're on there for like a month or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that is wild.
I don't know how it works.
They would never. I would go to the jury duty. I would never want. They would never hire me for jury duty because I would literally just say I want to be famous. Like I want to write a book about it. You know what I mean? I only want to be on a murder trial so I can write this book afterwards. And I feel like those intentions they wouldn't let me there. Or maybe you'll be like in that show with the jury duty.
Jury duty show, yeah.
that could be you too.
That looks like fun. Like I would like to do that. If jury duty was that, I would do it. I feel like
Yeah.
they would never put me on a case because I have so many biases. Like if it's a guy versus a
Really?
girl, I'm gonna say the girl's innocent. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't
Yeah,
know.
be like I hate men,
Yeah.
straight men. All men. It is a curse to be attracted to men, so all men are annoying. But
I'm gay, but I hate men.
yeah, I'm straight. Well, I guess I'm fluid, but if I'm with a guy and I still hate men, you know what I mean? They're like, well, Moses, but he's also not considered a guy. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't stop saying that we're hetero because we're not really, you know what I mean?
Queer, yeah.
I feel like we've all had explorations.
I'm just water, so whatever
Yeah.
category you want to.
We've never just strictly been with male, female,
Yeah.
or non-gender.
So yeah, I think we would not be selected anyway, but it still would be like a waste of time because they need to show up and then just to like get rejected. And I think it's a lot of waiting around. I hear like you just wait around to
They
see
can
if
reject
even-
you?
Yeah.
So
like,
what's the point?
I know you get in the you
my
get there, then there's like a pool of people, and then they select like 6 out of like 80 of you or whatever.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Oh my god, rejection is something. That's like I never even ask anyone to hang out because I don't want to be rejected. Much as they summon me and then like actually not you. And I was like, you called me. Oh, I'd be pissed.
It's
I'd be
like
pissed.
dating. Jury duty is like
Oh
dating.
my god. I kind of want to. I shouldn't say that. I could probably come in the mail or something like that. I want to do it, but I don't. Let me not put that. I don't care to do it either way. I would do it. I wouldn't hide from it, but I need to see it in person. Like I can't put it in my mailbox because I'm never checking that. So
The last time I got it, it was right before COVID, and I remember like then like they closed the courthouses, so I got out of it because it was literally like
Oh.
March. And then
like-
by the time I had to check to see if I would go, they closed all the courthouses, and then I think they just did Zoom for the trials or whatever. I don't know.
oh yeah, I did a Zoom for some legal thing. I remember they did a Zoom for me, and it was during that time. That is crazy when you think about the COVID time. Like I remember like my birthday in the COVID when that guy showed up to my house and like literally like had a gun. They like arrested him and then let him leave because they
keep
couldn't hold
prisoners
him.
or whatever. Yeah.
I was like, oh okay.
So weird.
I guess that's when all the mayhem was happening, like all those looting and all that stuff was happening. 'cause
Oh
they're like,
yeah.
can't do it to me
What
anyways.
a weird time that was.
Weird time, but yeah, that
At least I got out of jury duty back then. Hopefully, I don't
That's
have to deal with it
crazy.
again this time. I would want to be like on a cool case though, like a murder trial or something.
I was gonna say our extended podcast this week. You were really getting into the true crime of it all.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be the title? I thought about that. I was like, you should title this our first true crime podcast.
good
You know what
idea.
I
I
mean?
guess I will,
Because
yeah.
they're so popular. So I was like, that should be it. We really went into true crime on the extended that comes up. Oh, Wednesday. It came up yesterday. So it's like we really went in on it, and you were really smart. You knew like all the facts, all the details.
Like there's some cases I get really into, and then I watch like a lot of like YouTube crime videos on it, and then I just like know a lot about it. But
I hate it.
I don't know. The case would have to be kind of interesting, I guess. Some of them are just too long. Like I wouldn't want to be like gone for 2 weeks on a case because they put you in like a little hotel or whatever.
That's crazy.
I think I only know from the jury duty show, which was not real, but that's as much as I know about jury duty. They were stuck in a little hotel for like weeks.
It was in Studio City though. It was a kind of bougie one. It was kind of where that Air One is and stuff like that. I was like,
Yeah.
that's kind of everything. That's kind of bougie.
But they were stuck there like
But with James Marsden.
True.
I would love to be on jury duty with a celebrity. That'd be so much fun. What if I was the celebrity though and people are like, I really love your videos? I'd be like, oh, thank you. But then you have to be with them all the time, which I love. But also, could you imagine to someone constantly being like, I love your videos, I love this, and it's just like, I guess that would be fine. I guess I would be okay with it. What if it was a hater?
Mukbang.
Huh?
Jury duty mukbang.
Right. They're like, can I eat with you? I guess it's fine if I'm a fan, but I think like, what if we get like a hater and they're just
Sure,
like,
you're stuck with that.
yeah. They're like, you suck. I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
And then you would have to like be off of the podcast while you're on this trial.
Absolutely
like,
not.
weeks.
I'm
Oh
like,
my
I have a
God.
podcast. I have a duty. That's crazy. No, I
You'll
would
start
never.
cosplaying the criminal. They're like, wait, why the juror looks like that?
Yeah. I just show up as all the juries from like the only jurors I know are like the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp jurors, and I could dress up as them. Or like I guess Simpson, OJ Simpson had popular, but I wouldn't want to cosplay them. I guess the jurors didn't do anything. I guess I could cosplay them. Maybe morbid. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like, even when we were talking about the true crime on the extended podcast, like that night, I like literally couldn't sleep. I was like, I hear something. I just could not sleep. Like I hate hearing stuff about it. Even just you retelling me, I was like, I don't want to hear about this. It was too much.
I think
It's a
I'm just
lot.
nosy, so I love to know like all the details or whatever.
Not need to know
And
those details.
I don't get paranoid. I just get like more prepared, I guess. I'm like, just in case, like here's my taser, you know. Like,
I'm very prepared. Yeah, I'm always prepared, and that's without knowing it. I just don't like to. I like to pretend things don't exist, which you could call it ignorance or privilege or whatever. I just like don't want to have anything
feel
exist.
you.
You know?
Yeah.
I like to be in a bubble where it's just like I'm going to the premiere of Jonathan Bailey, and we're having Bridgerton tea every morning. Like
And you're
that's
hosting
it.
the Olympics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think we could next year. Love
Or
Alex
in
Cooper, but
4 more years.
it's only every 4 years.
Yeah. Well, the summer
Oh.
one. I think the Winter Olympics are in between there, but
No one
I
cares
feel
about
like
those.
yeah, we want to do summer.
Yeah, for sure. What do we actually? I don't know. The idea of being layered up sounds nice. Yeah, otherwise, you have to wear leotards or whatever. You know. I like the idea of wearing more clothes. Maybe the winter. Where's the winter gonna be?
I think Utah.
Oh my God! What?
I think.
Wow.
I mean, you need snow and ice.
Oh right. And did they always take place in Utah?
No,
Didn't we talk about Utah last episode? Or were we talking
because
about
Ballerina
Mormons?
Farms was Utah.
Oh yeah. People were like, I don't care about this person. I'm like, same.
Same. Yeah, I don't know.
People were telling us about it. And
I know.
there is a Hulu show with a bunch of TikTokers coming off called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Have you seen that?
No.
It's like a trailer. You don't follow like Mormon TikTok?
No, like the trad wives.
Yeah, kind of. There was a group of, God, I feel like you would remember this, like a couple years ago. There was a group of like Utah moms that all kind of looked the same, and they would always do dances together. And then there was a big scandal because they were like all swingers, and then they all got divorced.
I kind of heard about that.
Like Frankie Taylor Paul was one, and they had like kids, and the kids were in their TikToks, and like, you know, they all kind of looked like each other, like the husband and wife, everyone looked like each other, and it was like this big scandal. The swinging thing happened. I think she get arrested for domestic violence against her new
Later on.
boyfriend. Yeah, there was like, she's really scandalous. I like her though. She seems to be like she's trying. Like I think she had alcohol problems, whatever. But anyways, they talked about the show for so long. We got a reality show, and it's like finally coming out on Hulu. And I'm like, good for them. First of all, these TikTok people. But it's like The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. But I'm like, are they even Mormon? If you can be on TikTok if you're Mormon, right?
I think you're thinking of Amish.
Oh, so we get those confused.
But I did see some Amish girls do the apple dance on TikTok.
No, they're fake Amish. I think they're fake. There's no way Amish people are on TikTok.
Instead of the drive, they did like a carriage. Like they were like on the
they're cosplaying. They're
Because there was the
cosplaying.
one real Amish girl, and she was like in danger and stuff, and she left.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no way. And how do they have the electricity to charge their phones? You know what I mean? I just feel like that's not real
Maybe,
at all.
but what if an Amish person invents electricity all over again from scratch? They can do
What are
that.
they, Nara Smith? Making electricity from scratch.
That's kind of everything. She's gonna do that one next.
That'd be everything. Then I copied my idea. I like Nara Smith. I think she's cool. Well, I don't know. Last time people were like, you got the Mormons wrong. And it's like, I don't really know much about Mormons. Like I said, I respect it. Oh, someone did say like, no, you got it right. It's a cult. So I guess there's both things. I respect it. I respect even Scientology, whatever. If you want to be a Scientologist, it's up
Yeah,
to
I mean,
you.
every
Like,
religion to some degree is.
well, let's not go that way. Whatever you want to celebrate, religion's great. I like it all.
No, but the thing is also people thought we weren't even taking sides. We're just saying like, it's such a foreign life to us that it's hard to even have a take on it.
Process.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
we weren't defending the husband or the wife or anything. We were just like, this is foreign. It's like 8 kids, Mormon. This is not a life we know.
people definitely can never talk about religion. I guess they always say you shouldn't talk about religion or politics. And I said something about the Candace Cameron Bure thing about her like not liking the opening of the Olympics. And oh my God, it was so divided on my TikTok. I thought it was pretty like neutral for the most part. And people were like coming for me. Christians were coming for me because like it is blasphemous. Non-Christians are like absolutely. Like, it was just so divisive. I just deleted it within like literally 10 minutes. I was like, actually, you know what? I can't stand Candace Cameron Bure, but I was like, people are so divided about it. Like, people were really, really pissed, really because my argument was like, look, I'm down with Jesus for sure. Like, you guys know I love you, Jesus. I grew up Christian, whatever. But it's like, does Jesus really care about the opening of the Olympics? Do you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't. He'd be the last person to judge. He'd be like, you know, and everyone's like, but it's blasphemy. It's like, well, everything can be said. Maybe that's what I was thinking when I was thinking about the Instagram thing earlier of why everyone's like, things should be canceled. They're like, I'm like, everything is blasphemous then. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what does that even mean? And it shouldn't affect your relationship with God. That was my whole stance. And then people were like really pissed. They're like, no, but it's this and that. And I was just like, I don't know. And then the Olympics were like, it's not even religion. It's not even the Last Supper. It's not even just like, everyone needs to chill, especially Candace Cameron Bure. She's like, I don't want to talk about this. It's like, then don't talk about it. But then she goes on to talk about it. And I was like, she just wants, and she goes, I know this will make headlines. It didn't make any headlines, but it's like, she only does that for attention. And it just drives me nuts and it gives Christians a bad name. And definitely Jesus does not like judge. Like, he doesn't judge anything. He was friends with Mary Magdalene, who was a whore. Like, he doesn't care. Like, you know what I mean? And he doesn't care about the Olympics. And your relationship shouldn't care. God doesn't care about it. You know what I mean? Like, he created all of us, including the people who partook in the Olympics, including the creative directors, including any performer in that. Like, he created them. So, like, who cares? Let them, like, they're not, like, killing people, which God says not to do. Yeah. God didn't say, don't, you know, dress up as me, Last Supper cosplay. It's like, whatever. People need to chill. And I still stand by it, but it was just so divisive on my TikTok. And I was just like, and I think that's going on both sides, you know? It's like people who, like, don't care about Christianity. Okay, whatever. Like, if they want to mock it, like, I don't know. Unless it's coming from someone who's a Christian. I don't know. It's probably not cool to mock religion, but, like, whatever. Who cares? Everyone just be you. And I don't even think it was a mockery. At the end of the day, they said it wasn't, so.
No. Yeah, it was supposed to be recreating a Greek painting.
Oh, well, there you go.
Of, like, Greek gods, which makes sense for the Olympics, right? Isn't that all that it is?
So everyone's just like, wow, that was the Last Supper. The Last Supper 8, though. That painting was so good. I love it. I would want to recreate it. I think that's fun. Last Supper was a
like
vibe.
if you
oh my god, then I get canceled.
I was gonna say, but it would be iconic if it was like you, but like all the different versions of you.
Yeah, but I feel like everyone's done that, right? Like James Charles did that when he was all the different James Charles, and Tiana's definitely done it with her perfume. I love it; it's iconic. And Taylor, was Taylor the original? Do you think that recreated her looks?
I'm sure people have probably done it a million times.
Oh,
Beyonce's done it before too.
Oh,
yeah.
Beyonce opening. Did you see that with the gymnastic teams?
Yes.
She looked so good. I wanted to do a version of that, but I was like, I can't make it pink because it's like red, white, and blue. So
oh yeah,
like, but she looks so good with her long
so good.
hair.
I love the song.
Oh
like,
yeah, she looked just fierce. I wonder if she got paid for that. She just did it.
You know what? I feel like maybe she just did it because I read that like even Celine Dion and Lady Gaga didn't get paid for the opening ceremony. Yeah, they just do it. Same with like the Super Bowl, I guess. Like you just think that the marketing after like your streams go up so much that
makes sense.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, that actually really makes sense.
Would you perform for free at the Olympics?
What part? Like the opening
ceremony,
or yeah.
It is a lot of people because it's the whole world, really, right?
Yeah, but I think I should get paid. They have money. They have budget. You know what I mean? But I guess if everyone's doing it for free, then I would do it for free too. Maybe I'd donate it to a charity or something. I would do the Star Spangled Banner for free for sure. Yeah, I would. Do they sing the Star Spangled Banner there?
I actually don't know because it's global, right? So
I think they play the music for each country. They play their music for them. But they don't
very Hunger Games.
It's just the music, you know. You can kind of hum it.
From Capital 12. Boop, 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 boop. Don't they play? Or when they die, they do doon, doon, doon. They should do that when people get eliminated. That's cool.
Blast their phone.
Yeah. It is very Olympic vibes, right? When they die and then they just have their face on the screen up there.
It is very Olympic coded, yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I do love the Hunger Games for sure. See, it's a silly, goofy podcast today. There's nothing too dramatic happening.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, just give a whole speech about God. But
yeah.
Oh, right. Well, I'm on both sides, everybody, okay? If you're an atheist, I'm down with you. If you love God, I'm down with you too. I'm a Jesus follower. It's like, also, it's like, you know what? If you're wrong about God and Jesus, like, who cares? You'll be dead anyways. You know what? And if you're wrong about whatever, who cares? I don't know. If you believe you're going to be in a box the rest of your life, you're going to be in a box the rest of your life. If you believe you're sent to heaven, I think anything's possible. Just manifest it. Whatever you believe is your reality. So just make it happen. I don't know. I'm for anybody who wants to believe anything. Just don't hurt people. Just don't kill people.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's, I think, the golden rule everyone can follow.
Mm-hmm. T.
Okay.
You clock religions.
I don't know. Well, Moses started by saying all religions are cults. So I was like, let's backtrack it and say religions are fine.
But I also mean like even culture, pop culture. Culture is
pop culture is a cult?
The word
We're in a cult.
culture is cult. It comes from cult. Like any structure that you basically take on yourself. That's what I mean.
You guys are in the Just Trish cult. That's so funny. Yeah.
I mean,
Is there a transition?
no hard transition. No
Okay.
easy transition. This is like I'm kind of gagged by it. Did you know Elon Musk slid into the Tuah girl's DMs to like help guide her through social media life?
She is an industry plant. She's
Now
an
I'm, like,
industry
really,
plant.
like, what is
Elon
going
Musk
on?
is not sliding into anyone's DMs that are not industry planted. That is crazy.
Uh-huh.
That's insane. So what was it? She put this out. Who put this out? Did they get leaked?
What,
Like what happened?
what is she? Is he guiding her to? Is she inventing something new? Or?
Yeah. What does he do? What is the advice?
I think Haley said that Elon's been help guiding her on X because there were so many fake like Twitter accounts. So Elon slid into her DMs to help guide her through it.
This is definitely planted because first of all, I like fake Tuah accounts. Like I just don't see. I wouldn't even know how to find hers. Like what? And then how did she get a hold of him? And he's like, oh, actually, let me help you. Like,
I think
give
they
me a
were
blue check
like,
mark.
hey, we can promote X with this guy. Somebody sold him on promoting X through this girl.
oh my god.
Like, oh, that's a
Sometimes-
story you can say.
This just proves that like being like you don't have to be smart to be rich. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of dumb people that are because it's like if that was true, if this story is true, I just have a hard time finding like Elon like DMing this girl of his own like free will. And if he does, then he's like needs to refocus his priorities and ambitions and not have those Tesla trucks cutting people's fingers off allegedly. Still want one though. Still thinking about it daily.
And she has also copyrighted, I think, Tuah sauce. So I think she's coming out with a line of sauce next, which is like,
Okay.
I can get behind the sauce.
Okay.
I guess.
But she doesn't want to be the Tuah girl, but she's gonna have sauce. Okay.
At some point, you just have to give in and embrace the meme. 'Cause that's
She's like,
all
I
she
got
has.
an IP. I'm gonna go with it. I just found out what IP meant the other day.
You just found
I
out?
know that Matt, because I know Call Her Daddy's like, we want the IP, just intellectual property.
Yeah.
Well, what? That's so weird. I was like, okay, random. But yeah, I don't know. She's definitely industry plant for sure. Like everyone's trying to make Talk to a Girl happen. Like I'm all for it. Like if you can make money, whatever. But she's kudos, mama.
Yeah, it is just crazy. It is crazy. Like at first it was like whatever, like the little TikTok, but now I'm like, now it's getting weird because it's like a lot to get like this special call from Elon Musk. I don't know. Also, I don't know if I trust Elon anything, but like what?
No,
It's weird.
I definitely don't trust him. Well, you do have a Tesla, so you guys trust him for your driving.
I was literally thinking about that as I was coming here. I was like, damn, like obviously his trans daughter Vivian, love that girl. Like
Yeah.
shout out, you stick it to the man, Vivian, and call your dad out. But damn, I also love my Tesla, and I'm sorry, I do love it. I love it. I love that it like shows me, you know, where everyone's at. It has like little
What?
3D models, so it shows you like if there's cones or people walking or bicycles or trucks. I think it's cool. I
Yeah.
like it. I like the backup camera. I like just charging my car. I don't know. I enjoy it. And I also want a Cybertruck. But
Me too.
Yeah, Elon sucks, but I want a Cybertruck.
Well, just think about it this way. Like, we're actually not just putting money just in his pockets. Like, there's other employees.
Yeah, there you go.
know, there's people that make commission off the sales of the car. You're helping them. You're just, like, stimulating the economy. And just because he, like, invented it doesn't mean he's the end-all be-all. You know, like, does he need... Like, if we spend $100,000 on Cybertruck, what percentage of that is he getting? Does it matter? Like, he has $500 million. You know what I mean? I think we can separate art from artists sometimes. And I think that's where it is.
Because
We do
a
not
lot of
support
people
Elon.
like Harry Potter, but a lot of people don't like J.K. Rowling.
Yeah,
She's the
absolutely.
same.
It is
Yeah.
the same. You got to put it in perspective like that. So, but yeah.
But also, when I went into the Tesla store to ask about the Cybertruck, the guy was mean, the worker. So I also don't want him to get commission, actually.
So don't go there. Go to like a Lexus or something that has it, because our Lexus has it. And I'm
or
like,
you buy
okay.
it like secondhand off like.
For
I saw
sure.
someone on Facebook Marketplace was selling their
What?
Cybertruck. So
I would not trust that. My Lamborghini was sold on Facebook Marketplace for $10,000.
Stolen and sold?
Both, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I remember when it was stolen. I think they sold it, or maybe it was like OfferUp or something, like one of those.
Yeah, OfferUp sounds like.
I was like, who buys a Lamborghini off OfferUp? And he's like, it was a good deal. I was like, yeah, because it was stolen. Like it was he's like $10,000 for a Lamborghini. I was like, what? Like I was so annoyed, and I couldn't even talk to him because then the police were like, no, you can't talk to him because then it looks like you like are committing a fraud or something. Because I was like, he just happened to see. He's like, yeah. He goes, I knew it was your car. He said like he was a friend selling it for you. I was like, oh my god. And then we had all the. I was like, oh, this is a mess. But don't buy a car. Don't buy a Tesla truck off Facebook Marketplace. That's for sure. Go to some dealership, secondhand or something. I still want one too, but
Noel Miller made a statement that he's coming back next week on his podcast. So I wonder what that's
On
I
the
feel
one
like-
with Cody? That
Yeah,
one?
but he said just him. I said I will be back, not we. So I think
He's
it'll just be him.
Just Noel.
Imagine that's his rebranding with like a glitter, like pink mirror ball text.
Yes. That's crazy. So I wonder how that works.
Same. I guess we'll be on that beat next week, maybe.
On
I don't
that
know. I'm
beat.
also kind of sick of Cody
Ugh,
Co, to be honest.
same.
I'm sick of that beat.
I think also it's just like he's gone, and I think that is what you have to do when you just mess up. I think you just gotta go away. So like, there's nothing more to talk about. You know what I mean? Because him
Yeah.
DJing, although if he starts DJing again,
And it's like,
we're
damn.
back on that
Yeah.
beat and be like, what is wrong with you? Like, I don't know. That's interesting though. I wonder how that all happens.
Same. I have no idea.
He's just gonna talk by himself.
I guess. And how do you like not talk about your mate over there?
You have to.
Your
I
best
feel.
mate.
I think you have to. I think he has to. Right.
You kind of have to. If everyone wanted Brittany Broski to say something, I want Noel Miller to say
Exactly.
something
Give
too.
that same energy.
Yeah.
Although Brittany Broski is getting canceled again.
What did she
You didn't see?
What did she do now?
It was so wild. I know. I kind of feel for her on so many levels. So the Charli XCX, by the way, know the name. Everyone's like, it's so disrespectful you don't know her name. I was like, there is a Charli XQC, right?
There's just XQC.
XQC.
There's
So-
Charli Moist Critical, Charli XCX, and
and XQC. Okay, got that
And
mixed
also
up.
part of it is my fault. I always call it QVC and I confuse her.
Yeah,
It
there you go.
It just became
It's-
this thing of like not knowing it was the funny part. That's all.
XCX.
Yes.
XCX. Love the name. Love Charli taking over. Brat Summer. We love it. But she was on Brittany Broski. Did you watch it?
No.
Really? I'm surprised. I thought you loved like Charli and Brittany and.
I do. I never really got into the medieval time. I forget what it's
Royal
called.
Court.
Royal Court. I didn't mean anything by it, but I just
Yes.
haven't. I like Britney's like silly like Disneyland drunk videos or whatever.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah.
You're not into the royal court.
Yeah.
Well, it had another female on there, and I love that. She heard us loud and clear. She's like, let's get another female. And I love it. So I was like excited about it. The opening joke, I guess, is getting canceled. It was, I guess Charli XCX has a song about motherhood and not knowing if it's right for her. Like, unsure if she should be a mother. Like, she goes back and forth with it, whatever. And it's kind of like a pretty serious song or whatever. And then the opening joke was Brittany asking her, she's like, did you write this because you're not sure about being pregnant because you might give birth to a cigarette with eyes?
Oh, that's not. Yeah, I don't know.
But like, first of all, what does it mean? Everyone was saying that because I was like really trying to figure out. I was like, because right, like you're kind of like, that's what? And then also, I guess it's like a serious song or whatever. But then it came out that like she didn't even write the joke. Like she has writers for Royal Court and Broski Nation. She has like writers that like full-time writers that like write.
Really?
Allegedly, I guess. I don't know. But then the writer came out because on this TikTok, this girl. She was so funny. She's like someone that had like literally like, she's not a TikToker. She has like 100 followers. But this particular one about the joke, like everyone's like, this joke sucks. Like what the hell? Like people were mad and offended for like a number of reasons. Then a lot of people just didn't know what the joke even was. They're like, it's a serious song. She didn't know about motherhood and you make this joke. And then the other people were like, well, Charli XCX was like high on weed or whatever. Like, so Brittany didn't know how to handle it. And then the other one was like, oh, she's British. So like giving birth to cigarettes because she smokes a lot or something. I don't know what the hell the joke was. But then the joke writer commented, which made it like worse. And then I was going down that rabbit hole. I think the writer for Brittany Broski followed me because I remember I was showing Moses and I was like, I said follow back and I was like, oh my god. I wanted to DM her for comment, but
Journalism. Okay.
I know, because I was like, wait, I want to know. Because everyone was tagging the writer for some reason. They're like, oh, this person actually wrote the joke or whatever. And then she made a video of the writer and just like ripped this TikToker apart and was like, you don't know comedy or something. Like she just like really like went off on it or something. I guess Brittany hasn't said anything, but she was like trying to explain the joke. She goes, you guys don't even know the joke because she talked about cigarettes or something. I don't know what it was. And then she went off and then she like deleted it. And then that girl got a lot more traction. And then she made a follow up and was like, why are you so like whatever? But yeah, I guess she was getting canceled. But it would be so wild because isn't like I don't know anyone who has joke writers for a podcast. Do they?
I don't know. Imagine Brooke and Tana have writers.
I guarantee they do not have
I know.
writers, and they're just naturally funny. Not to say Brittany's not, but I'm like, but Brittany, I thought what started out being funny, but this is what I'm thinking. The memes are like, not to say she's an industry plant, but they get a lot more push and a lot more promotion. Kind of like Talk to a Girl. Like, I wonder what it is. It's like maybe people see something and they're like, okay, we're going to turn this person into something. I don't know. Not to say, again, I think Brittany's funny. I think she's beautiful. But it's like she is kind of like everywhere. You know what I mean? And then it's like to have writers on a podcast. I was like, that is so, not to say it's bad or wrong. I just thought it's like, doesn't happen. It's not like a late night talk show, you know, where you're like getting jokes.
Maybe because I imagine it's part of like a network or something, right? Because she has like a set and stuff. Also, I just found out Broski's not her government name. I was gagged by that.
Really?
I just thought it was a coincidence that her last name is Broski.
It's not Broski?
That's not her government name.
It's her stage name?
Yes, because she's like a broski. Can you believe that? I was watching, shout out Amanda Todd Hunter. She did like a whole like history of the lore of Brittany Broski, and she said that. I was like, oh my God. This whole time I thought it was a coincidence her last name was Broski. But no, it's her stage
she's literally
name.
marketed for the men. She's like, I'm your broski. No.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
I think she really, yeah. She's the opposite. She only wants male. That's crazy. To have your last name be Broski. Hey, Broski. It's like, I mean, kudos,
works,
mama. Yeah,
yes.
that's her branding. She got to be with all the Cody codes and everybody, you know. That's good for her. Wait, okay, is that the girl that does the Amanda Todd? Is she the one that does like the pictures on the wall?
No, I forget that girl's name too. But yeah, she
does
puts
so many
you
things.
in all of them. I love it.
I was like, no,
Everyone.
I know. I'm like, stop. It's
No,
like
but
a 3-hour dissertation.
But it's like the lore of like some random celebrity, and somehow like it's like of Ariana Grande or something, and then
Yeah.
she'll put up your cosplay. I'm like, that's kind of fierce. I
Oh,
love
I
it.
haven't seen that. I didn't know. Okay, I like that. I just
Yeah.
seen ones where it's like I'm in the title or something. And I was like, oh, I
No,
do not need
she
this.
somehow puts you into the lore
Oh.
as like you cosplaying as the celebrity is
Oh.
somehow in there.
Love it. Because I think she cosplayed as Chapel Roan. I think that was like one of the first ones I saw. I was like, she cosplayed as, I was like, oh, that's kind of fierce. Okay, I love it. Love her then. But I always just see those things with like all the different like strings attached and cross connections and all that stuff like that. That's weird. That's so crazy. Okay, well, yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if like the company that's producing it probably has budget for it. And I imagine for a single person show. Oh yeah, it's produced by Audio Boom Studios. So maybe for like a single person show, you kind of need it to be a little bit more produced, you know? Because look at what's his name, Harry Jowsey. I doubt he has a writer for his show, and it sucks. So
He's just not funny.
That's true.
Like Chris D'Elia doesn't have a writer. He's doing it himself. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I guess maybe.
I doubt he has a writer. Or Theo Vaughn. Like I doubt he has a writer.
That's true, but they have a lot of guests. Like Brittany is like a solo show, so I imagine you kind of need a little help like structuring or whatever. And I'm sure like look at like Chelsea lately when she was on, she had her talk show. She's a comedian, but she still has people like helping.
Yeah, but it's like a
write
talk
the
show. Like I
shows.
feel like
But I
podcasts
think-
are just like influencers. Like it's just your personality. It's just, you know what I mean?
But hers
Like,
is like it's structured like a show.
Oh, is
in
it?
her
I don't
defense.
watch.
Yeah, it's like she has like topics and stuff, and she goes. It's almost like, you know, the opening monologue of like a talk show. You know, it's almost like that, but like a 40-minute version of that. You know,
maybe that's why she keeps getting canceled. Maybe she's having people write like her apology and then these jokes because like people really hated that joke, but then she didn't even write it. So then do you throw your writers under the bus? Who did that? Was it Joy Co or somebody threw their writers
Yes,
under a bus?
Joe Coy for the
Joe
Golden
Coy.
Globes. He had like a sexist Barbie joke about Barbie's boobs or something.
Right. It was like it was the writers, not me. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, then hire better writers if you're gonna throw them under the bus. Like what the hell? Like that's so crazy.
Or
so
usually it's like it's a collaboration between like talent and writer too, you know. So you have as the talent, like you have if you're the one saying the joke, you should have the authority to be like, I don't like that, you know. But
for sure. Or I guess if you don't get I totally didn't get the joke. But I did go on one podcast that had a writer and I didn't know. And I remember they kept cutting because the person who wrote it wasn't, I guess they were jokes or more questions. I guess he just wrote the questions maybe. But like the person didn't know what the questions meant, like in regards to me. So then the guy just had to like keep interjecting, like, oh, it's referring to this, this, and this. And I was like, and I never knew that happened. That person was on a network too. And I was like, oh, interesting. Like, so
very
they're
like
having...
us with Ted Nivison, you being like,
But I do my research. I literally had
That's true, you did your own.
I love taking some questions too, but it's like I always make sure I know the person because I never want to be that person. Because it's happened a couple times where like I've used your questions and they're always great questions, love them. But if I never
For
saw it or I didn't know,
$8.
$8, I'm always like, oh, I don't want to ask
because you have to
look
explain, yeah. Because
You
if you
know?
don't know the full context and like they ask a question about your question, you have to be able to like
follow up
yes,
with it. That's
like-
why I do so much research on guests because I'm like I really want to know. And then if they ask me like, no, it was this, and because a lot of times they don't remember. Obviously, you don't remember everything you say. So I'm like, I remember this. I think Tara. I think I watched her first ever YouTube video, and she was, oh wait, how do you know about that? I'm like, oh, it's still up on your channel. It's your first YouTube video, and they're like, oh yeah, you know. So it's like. Yeah, I always want to like follow up with it, but definitely I wouldn't want anyone writing my jokes unless I was on like late night format. But again, I would definitely be like, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? Especially like a joke I wouldn't get, which I'm
But
sure.
maybe Brittany got it, and maybe they explained it to her, and she's like, "Oh, that's funny."
What do you think it is?
I have no idea, because I mean, I know that's kind of like Charli's humor, I guess.
Cigarettes?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, bumping that, like, you know, it's like drugs, cigarettes, coke, like bad girl. Like, I think there was just a video of her doing coke off the floor. She was DJing. I saw on Twitter.
wow, I
She's
didn't
just like
know
a
that.
party, like bad girl.
Oh,
vibes.
really?
She's just like a cool, down for anything girl. I mean, she's the one that they're doing like poppers with her and stuff in the club. So,
But the unconsensual one, where they just stuff it in her face?
I don't know. She like her statements about everything, like even when people are making her sign like enemas and stuff, she's like, I don't care, I love it, whatever.
Okay,
so
love.
I feel like she's kind of just down.
Modern day Kesha.
I guess so.
I
Like
love
she's
it.
just down.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know the context of like the song or whatever though, so maybe
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like, people always try to find something, and I feel like Brittany Broski is kind of on this, like, the name now. I can't like oversee that. Like, that's so weird. Like, okay. Anyways, but I guess people, like, now they kind of want to find, like, stuff to hate on. Because I was like, I don't watch her podcast like that, or definitely not that one. But I assume something like Royal Court 2, you probably need jokes, because if it's supposed to be in that era. I will say the Tavern Maid is all me. I have nobody helping me write. And it's improv. It's on the spot, actually. I don't even think of where the story's going until it happens. So, just saying.
But then when you say something off the cuff, like off color, then it's like, she said she doesn't have writers, so now you don't have an out.
I take full responsibility always. It's always, my success is all me, my failures are all me. Except this show. This show I have backup. Oscar can be Oscar said. Sometimes I said that when guests are here, when they're like, what is this? I'm like, actually, I don't know. Oscar wrote this question. I'm not sure. Because sometimes I truly don't know. But.
Oh my God.
Anyways, shout out to her, though. Is she over at the Olympics? I'm sure she is.
I think she is in Paris. Yeah, last I saw.
Booked and busy and unbothered, so that's good, I guess.
Yeah, or maybe she is bothered. I'm sure it probably gets to her a little bit, I would imagine. But
no. What did you say at the beginning? Like, Ariana Grande probably doesn't watch.
But I think when your, like, job is being an internet personality and, like, the internet is being harsh on you, it is hard, right? Because it's like, damn, this is my whole job, I think
it's hard if you're likable. Like, Brittany's very likable and unproblematic, and then it's probably, like, harder, but when you're a problematic fave.
You just kind of used
to
it.
Yeah, it's like, okay. It's actually like, and then when people are nice, it's like this added bonus. You're like, wow, things feel really good right now. So, but it has kept me unproblematic. People being nice to me. I was like, you know what? Let me just keep being.
Just not offend anyone.
Yeah, I don't want to be woke or unwoke. And that's why the religion thing I took down immediately. I was like, oh my gosh. But I really was trying to be both sides. And I still feel like I'm trying to be those sides. Yeah. Just anti-Candace Cameron Bure. She just was dumb. But other than that, I don't care about anything else. You know what I mean? But even Christians are on my side. They're like, yeah. Anyways. Religion is one of those hard things, I guess, to talk about with anybody.
I know. Yeah.
Either way, people get mad.
Yeah. T.
What religion are you? Can you even ask that? A workplace person?
I don't know if you can. I grew up Catholic. I don't really know what I am now, though. I guess I'm just somewhere in the middle.
Can you do the sign of the cross? We don't have to do it, but do you know how to?
Yeah, with the right hand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Did you do first communion?
Yeah, and I got baptized.
Wow.
What's confirmation? All the
stuff. Slay for sure. No matter what religion you are, we did a baptism for Malibu, and everyone was just like, I can't believe you did this and blah blah. And I'm like, but they kind of just are more like, it's like water, right? It's very like cleansing. It's just like cleansing you as a new person. You know what I mean? Whether you want to believe it or not, I don't know. Like when you take a shower, it's cleansing. I loved it. You know?
I mean, that was such a cool ceremony, and the priest was really interesting.
Yeah, he's like a family friend. We've known him for so long, and he was good. Yeah, for me, I always think of it more of like spiritual,
the symbolism of it all. Yeah.
Communion, I'm not sure what the symbolism is.
I have no idea.
The body of Christ. I don't know if I want to eat that. It's cannibalism. Just kidding. If it was actually the body of Christ, absolutely. Like, give me a piece, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, if it's actually, no, probably not that.
You'd want to take a bite.
So the wafer symbolizes, and who gets to say it's the body? Who blesses that?
The priest.
How come he has the power?
I have no idea.
So you're really just eating a wafer?
Yeah.
I like it though. I guess symbolism. The blood of Christ. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, why are we drinking that? That is culty right there. No offense. You know, I grew up Catholic too. But you're like, here's the blood, drink it. It's like, okay. And then the way they chant, like, through him, with him, in the unity of the Holy Spirit. One glory and honor is yours, Almighty Father, forever.
Oh my God.
I like it. Whatever. I like rituals. I like the cultural aspects of religion. I think it's cool. But yeah. Okay. Next. Moving on.
I love it. We went in our most lighthearted episode ever. It's been a whole a whole discussion of religion, the history of language, geography, race. Yes.
Naked nudity. We're doing history lessons. It's just what they teach you in school, everybody. It's fine. I support everyone. And if you don't like that either, it's fine. Everything's
whatever
fine.
You want. Yeah. Yes.
Doesn't affect me, really. What else? Oh, Robert Downey Jr. This is making $80 million. Did you see that?
$80 million.
Over $80 million with a private jet. I was like, can you just chill? Do you need the private jet? Like, I really think that's actually so crazy. We talked about last time, like, Pedro Pascal needs to get more role. Like, you know, but like $80 million, like, you know what you could do with
probably
that?
Like $100 million, because the directors are making 80. So, and they said Robert Downey Jr. is making well over 80 for the 2 Avengers movies.
It's like you could end world hunger with that money, and they don't. Like, I'm not telling people what to do with their money, but he has so much money. If I had that out there blast that I made $100 million, I immediately would go over to wherever children are hungry, everywhere children are hungry, and I would give all that money to like make spaghetti for them or whatever. It's like so crazy that people don't do that. Elon Musk included. It's like you're gonna buy Twitter, but you could like literally end world hunger and you don't do that. Like that's crazy. Especially Robert Downey Jr., where Iron Man is all about helping kids, right? Like isn't that the whole thing? Is like why don't you be a real life superhero and donate that money? And it's like I'm sure if he did, we would hear about it. You know what I mean? I'm sure maybe he's philanthropic in some aspects, but donate all that $80 million. There's no way he needs $80 million. Plus, if you're getting a private jet, like that's just bad.
So what's the
carbon
private
footprint.
jet part of it?
He gets a private jet to and from the locations, I guess, wherever they film.
Oh.
Yeah, he does. He never gets to speak again about climate change or anything related to that. That's crazy.
Now we're getting political, but yes.
Just move to wherever the location is and be there for a little while.
No,
like does he have a baby to feed at night or what?
No, and you know me, I'm not a carbon footprint person. I throw out my underwear after I use it. But I'm just saying, a private jet, that's actually insane. Like that's actually killing our planet, right?
Yeah.
So what? He has kids. Like I don't know why Robert Downey like he just pissed me off. I guess the David Dobrik connection or something. I don't know what it is. But you're a superhero. Do it in real life.
Well,
like,
now he's a villain, so maybe he's like.
Oh right, okay. Is that what he's getting the $80 million for? He's getting for Iron Man.
To be the villain. I'm sure he's also going to be Iron Man as well. I feel like they'll probably make him be Iron Man at some point as well as the villain. But
I don't like it.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
so
sure
he
it's
is the
probably
villain.
like $100 million for the 2 movies.
I mean, ridiculous. I don't think anyone should get paid $100 million.
Yeah, I saw one of the costume designers on a Marvel movie was like, "Oh, I made $12 an hour," and he's getting. Yeah.
That's that's the tea though.
Someone said, "I will repeat this until." I'm blue in the face. I made $12.50 an hour working 70+ hours a week on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Went up to $14 to work on Blade.
That's insane.
Oh, and he's like, and we won the Oscar for costume design.
And I'm sure they didn't get any back end 1% of the box office.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. That's like so shitty. That's so shitty. Because it's like, yeah, those people do get paid. Like, background people get paid $100. I get it. You're a star. You've earned some money, right? He's made a lot of money. But I'm sure, like, $10 million is enough, right? And then you could give the other $90 million to the people, like, throughout the crew and everyone that gets $14 an hour.
Yeah, I mean, even though, like, yes, people think Ryan Reynolds is annoying, but he took money out of his, like, starring role paycheck to, like, pay, like, the writers and the crew and stuff, too. Like, he took less of a paycheck. Granted, also... He's also like a producing on it too, so he's still fine.
He's getting
making
the back end,
ton of money, yeah. But at least like from that upfront paycheck, he did.
It's something, you know. Not to make it about me again, but once again, my dancers, even on my music videos, we'd give them like their rate. Which, by the way, dancers are notoriously just like paid on Broadway tours, music videos, like they're always paid like the least amount. And I'd always have cash. I'd always give them extra cash. I'd always give them like double what they were making because I just like felt like they work so hard and they make it look so good. They have such good attitudes. And it's like, you absolutely should. And I'm not making Ryan Reynolds money by any means, but if I was on a crew or anything, that I would 100% be doing the same thing because that's like, it's the people around you that also make it too. Like, yes, like you could be the star, but it's like there's like so many people that like help you with it. So you should compensate them accordingly. And I feel like the stars of all people should do that because you always hear the opposite, right? I think it might be Robert Downey Jr. or maybe it's just like, I'll say this allegedly, but I remember there was one that you couldn't even like look at him on set. Like you couldn't have any. Oh, no, it was Eddie Murphy. Random, different. But did we talk about that on Hot Topics?
No.
It was not too long ago. It's the new Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh.
And yeah, and it wasn't even an extra. She was like she had like one line with him. She was like a cop or something in the scene with him, and they told her to not look at him and to not speak to him until like the lines.
Whoa.
I think Tim Allen might have had this too. Someone said that about him, maybe on the Santa Claus, that they weren't allowed to like look at him, even saying lines or something. That might be alleged too. But yeah, then Eddie Murphy. But then the lady, she's from somewhere in Africa, we're coming into America where he was supposedly from or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so she's like, I'm just talking to a regular person. I guess he was nice. I guess it was like a good story. He was nice. But there was another person that acted with Tim Allen and they said they weren't allowed to look at him. And it's just like, I mean, it's like one thing you're already getting $100 million and then another thing to be like, don't even look at me. You should be like taking pictures with every single person there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so weird. I don't know what it is when you get so famous. Like, why do you turn into an animal?
Yeah. And too, like I know that Robert Downey Jr. is part of the draw in which these movies will be successful, but also it's like it's like that upfront paycheck. Granted, okay, yes, he's probably making like a lot of that goes to taxes, and then after the taxes, you have to pay your lawyers and your like management, whatever. So he's not getting the whole 100 million, but still, it's a lot of money that he's
50
getting.
million
Yeah,
is a
basically,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of freaking money.
Plus the back end, which I'm sure Avengers, these movies will make $1 billion. So that on top of that, then you think of the toys, the licensing.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot more money.
Do you need all that money?
Yeah,
I just
when
don't think so.
You already have the number one most like the number one highest grossing movie in the world in history is already his movie. So you're already
Yeah, you've
good.
already made it.
Yes.
That's like if I won the lottery tomorrow. It's $331 million, which means I could be richer than Robert Downey Jr. if I won. But I wouldn't play again. I wouldn't be like, you know what? I think I'm going to win a second time. Even if the numbers
That's a
came
good way
to
to
me.
put it. Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, let me play one more time and see if I win. Because like then you're just an asshole at that point. And you know what? I would take, right? If I won $331 million tonight, because that's a jackpot. Yeah, you get like $150 million of that. But I still would give like $100 million to kids that like I would go serve spaghetti to them. You know what I mean? Because I would still be great with $50 million. You know what I mean? I just feel like you can give money when you have that much money. You can just give it away. And you can still be set for life, and so can your kids and all that stuff like that. I don't know, right?
No, I agree. I think
Yeah.
some of the paychecks for like movies and stuff are just like insane.
Yeah, it's just too much. No one needs that much money.
Yeah.
I think then that's when you become an asshole, and that's when you just like whatever. I don't know.
I
Sorry,
wonder
out
how
there.
much Margot Robbie got for like Barbie.
Well, she can have all the money because she's a girl. It's fine, and we already get half pay.
Yeah, and she was like a producer on it. But like I'm just like I think like I know for
She
like
did get a
Lady
lot.
Gaga in the Joker movie, I think her paycheck was 8 or 9 million.
What?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
And Robert Downey Jr. getting $100 million.
I know.
Lady Gaga is so much more talented. Like, what the hell? Like, that's so weird.
And Margot got 12.5 million for Barbie, for acting as Barbie. Obviously, she got more as producing.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, like in comparison, like oh my god.
Right, because we don't know the back end of Robert Downey Jr., but we know he's getting $100 million guaranteed. So
yeah.
that's such a bullshit. That's such bullshit. There's just no way that talent, looks, audience will like go there for Robert Downey. There's just no way. Maybe people can say that, and because it's been like, I don't know, popularized that he's the man, but he's just, I don't know, never appealing to me. I get like Ryan Reynolds appeal more than Robert Downey Jr. because Robert Downey Jr. was an asshole back like in the day, and then he just gets a pass because it's like, oh well, he's like sober now, and it's like great, we love that, but also like you can't just have that as like a pass for having like, you know, all this behavior you've done, and that's like we love him. It's like okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe you can forgive people. You should forgive people.
You should, yeah. But the championing of Armie Hammer, especially, I'm like, what's going on there?
That was weird, especially when you're making $100 million with Marvel and Disney. It's like, well, how about don't like help the cannibal? You know what I mean? Allegedly, especially if it's a sexual kink. Don't worry about it. We've all been there. It's like, all right, just relax.
Oh, that's not.
That's not. I relate so much to Kelly Osbourne. There's so many times where you're like, oh, I feel like I ate, and then I'm like, ooh, no, that was bad.
It's going back to the private jet thing too. It's interesting because like Lil Nas X just got clowned on for flying commercial, and like also J-Lo flew commercial recently, and everyone's like, wow, look, they're poor now. But it's like at least they're not like on the private jets, which is what like if they were on the private jets, everyone would be like, wow, eco terrorists. You know what I mean? But
I applaud it for so many reasons. One, I feel like commercial safer. You hear more about private jet accidents than commercial. Two, cost effective. We love a cost effective queen. Like I love spending money so much, but like anything I can that's worth saving money for me, I would. Private jets seem like a waste of money unless like someone's like paying for it. But there's no way in hell, even to go to Vegas, it's like $10,000 for a private jet. It's like
really?
Yes. And it's like that's like the cheap end of it. And to go to New York, it's like $60,000 or something like that. And I was like, there's just no way I'd ever pay that. Even if I like won the lottery, I still think I would go commercial. One, it's safer, and two, it's just like silly. Like you can, if you're rich and famous, like you can get. I think this Chapel Roan recently was flying from like Seattle to like Burbank, and like you can get that access where they like drop you off right there. You go straight through, and then you don't even have to get your bag. That like someone else will get your bag for you. So there's like things like that if that's what you're trying to avoid. But people are so weird, and also it's like, yeah, shaming. It is crazy. Like you said, shaming people. Like I saw the J-Lo one for like flying commercial, and I was like, good for her. She's saving the environment. You know what I mean? And Lil Nas too. He's probably like, I want to save money too. You know, people need to save money.
True. Yeah. All because someone is famous doesn't mean they are like loaded or like shouldn't don't want to like save their own money too.
Right.
Like,
I know. People are so, or you don't know how much they're making. I'm sure they're making both a ton of money, but I'm just saying like in general, like I think it was Spill Sash recently showed like a clip of J-Lo. Did you see she was like at a stadium and it was only like a 10th full, but it was from like 2012. Spill Sash really clocked it. She looked at the outfit 2012, but I think those are from sound checks because I think Nelly had that happen to him too, and everyone's like, wow, this is so sad. But I think they're from sound checks where like fans can come early and watch.
The VIP packages or whatever.
Yeah, which is kind of like when people do that, they're like, look how awful this is. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, that's kind of Even if it was not that full, it's like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, that's why I respect, like, Corey Feldman just going out there and, like, killing it on stage. My shows were definitely not full capacity. I had, like, one row of people, and it was a sleigh. But then you have assholes that make fun of you, like David Dobrik. David himself making fun of me, like, Jesus, get a life. Like, for real. He's like real life he's a real life Iron Man. Like, no, real life Robert Downey Jr. I see why they're friends. Because he's the same way. He has so much money, but he's still an asshole. He's like, oh, look, this didn't sell out. It's like, hey, asshole. Like, I don't care what you have to say about me. Like, damn, let me try and make some money and stuff. Like, crazy. Ugh, he pissing me off. Him and Robert Downey Jr. should be besties in their private jets together. I bet he'll be in the next Iron Man. I feel like David Dobrik will have a cameo because he talks about it all the time. For sure. He was supposed to be in Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah.
You remember?
Oh, yeah. He's supposed to be on the bus in Shang-Chi. I forgot.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. I wonder why he didn't. I wonder if it was his doing or...
Because that must have been pre-cancellation. When did it come out? It came out 2021, I want to say.
Oh.
So, yeah, it had to be filmed pre-cancellation. Yeah.
I wonder what happened. I know, I think it was Shane was asked to be in Scream 4.
Oh.
Kieran Culkin's character, the one that's like a vlogger or something like that.
Oh.
I think he was asked, but I'm like, I don't know why he wouldn't have done it because he like loves Wes Craven. Unless he said the character was like based off him, maybe.
Oh.
Or maybe he auditioned and didn't get it. I don't know. I remember it was something like that, and I was like, kind of a slay. Remember when all the YouTubers were in? Was it Rocket Ralph?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, why do they put social media people in these movies?
Colleen was in that one.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Pokemon was in that Ryan Reynolds movie, the Free Guy one.
Oh, yeah. She was a slay. I love her all day long. Anything she can do is fine. And women should definitely get $100 million. One day, if a woman got paid $100 million, then that's something to be celebrated. But the fact that we're giving all these men so much money and Margot Robbie's getting $12 million for being the star of Barbie, I'm like, that's crazy. When that movie made like $1 billion. Granted, I know the Avengers but it's like, that's wild. Damn. Men really do get all the money. And not necessary, not needed. He's fine now. He's, 60? It's like he doesn't... Well, how's he going to spend that before he dies? He won't be able to, you know what I mean? Hopefully he'll do some good, but maybe he does. Maybe he does. Someone let me know. Is he related to Roma Downey? Is that a person?
Oh, I don't know. Downey. That name sounds familiar. I mean, that is a...
Roma Downey Jr. I think she's a junior. Roma Downey.
That name can't just be a coincidence.
Right.
No, they're not related. Wow.
Really? Maybe she, like, there's also Downey Softener. Maybe
if he owns the Downey detergent or the softener,
he could buy it
as
for
well
sure.
as $100 million from Avengers, and damn, that is problematic.
You know what? Good for him.
Oh my god.
You know, I like that he's sober now. I'll take that back. I like that he's sober and turned his life around. That's good. At least
I love that. It's never too late to turn it around. But
for
again,
sure.
the company he keeps is a little
the Army Hammer is a little
raises an eyebrow for sure.
For sure. Not a good look.
A little mini one is you know Jennifer Stone from Wizards of Waverly Place. She has that Wizards of Waverly Place podcast.
Oh yes, with the DeLuise.
Yes. So she revealed that Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus didn't have a scene together when they had the big Disney Channel crossover because they were fighting over Nick Jonas. And I was kind of like, should she be revealing everyone's tea like that? That was my take. I was like, should you be talking about their...
I think so. It's Unserious. Look at me being like, Shane was supposed to be in Scream and David Dobrik in this. Like, I think if it's Unserious...
Okay, you're so right. Yeah.
That's not that serious. If it was something crazy, like they all had an STD that they gave each other or something, maybe... But I feel like this is not that serious.
It is crazy that Miley and Selena were fighting over Nick Jonas of all people. I guess for the time that was like the guy, I don't know. He's like the hot guy in the high school, I guess.
Did you think he was?
No, I never was into the Jonas Brothers ever. I didn't have a Bieber phase and I never had a Jonas Brothers phase.
Same.
I did have a One Direction phase, but that was the only one.
Of course, 1D is superior for sure.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like Hillary Duff and Lindsay Lohan beefing over Aaron Carter.
Yeah, that's, oh my God, it is so
Same
that.
thing. I wonder if it was real or they pinned it like that in the media. Like, do you think the girls in real life cared?
I think if Jennifer Stone is saying, because she was saying they wouldn't film a scene together in the That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana.
I wonder if that's true.
I don't know, whatever it was called. But
what was it?
That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. Or it was a big crossover. Yeah.
That makes sense. I guess when you're that age, too, I guess when you're a teenager, it seems...
And it's not like you're in high school. Like, Nick is probably really the only option they have, right?
So, like, this is our guy. That's crazy when you think about it, too. Because it is, like, high school, but it's like on such a different scale. Everyone's rich and beautiful and famous, and this is like escalated so much more. Like that'd be kind of awful, actually.
Yeah, and the pool is so much smaller because there's only like 5 of you. You know? It's
Yeah,
like, oh my
and
God.
so yeah, you would have to be dating around, and I feel like there's less like Disney Channel boys compared to Disney Channel girls.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess the competition would be
I want
stiff.
the real tea though. Like, what was Nick Jonas up to? Like, I feel like maybe it was almost like Love Island tease where Nick was just like playing the field, like leading both girls on. He also said recently, like, they have the Disney Channel games, which were like the Disney Channel Olympics that they would do over summer.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, he said that it felt like Love Island for teens or something because they would like put them all at Disney World and like keep them there overnight. And he was like, yeah, it was like Love Island.
What's that mean? They all had sex with
He
each other, or
wouldn't
what?
like expand upon what he meant, but that's
Oh
what was
my
kind of
God.
implied. I'm like, what was going on over there?
I guess I could see that. There was another show, I think Saved by the Bell talked about that too, how they all were just like hooking up with each other all the time and
Really?
like switching and swapping and stuff. Like I said, and when you have hormones and stuff like that, I guess
You know
it just
what? Yeah, I guess so. Because when we had retreats in my high school, because I went to like a was it I think it was a Catholic school, and we had like all these little retreats or whatever. But everyone was always like effing around on the retreats, even the gays.
Really?
And I had no idea. And then we would get back from the retreats, and I would be on the retreat where the gays were going at it, and I had no idea.
Oh, you weren't involved?
No, I was not involved at all.
No.
I know.
Did
And
you
then-
want to be, or you wouldn't have been?
I think I was very sheltered and naive. Like in my head, no, it was very Disney Channel. I was like, no one is doing anything. Like,
Yeah.
no coitus or
Yeah,
whatever.
because I thought that too in high school. I really thought like nobody, like I didn't know people were having sex in high school.
Same,
Like, you know what I mean? I
yeah.
was like, oh, damn.
And I remember hearing about it after the fact, and I was like, wait, they were doing that? I was
You're like, where was I?
yeah, I was like, what the hell?
You were in the top bunk, they were in the bottom.
Very that though. I'm like, what the hell?
That is crazy, like how you like get that in.
Yeah.
Weird.
So I guess like it's probably our retreats were their Disney Channel games, I guess.
I
Like,
mean, what that would be so much. It'd just be so intense too. It's like you're all there together, and yeah, I guess you're all just attractive and
Yeah.
but you're so young. Yeah, Nick Jonas, I guess, just playing the feelings.
I don't know
which
if I
is-
trust him that much. I don't know. I guess he's with Priyanka now. He settled down, but still, I don't know if I trust any of the Jonas Brothers. Maybe Frankie and
No.
Kevin. Maybe Frankie and
Oh,
Kevin.
love Claim to Fame. I'm a huge fan. I watch it every Wednesday. It comes on. It's so good. Do you watch the show?
No.
Oh, I feel like you would like it.
I feel like
Maybe not. Everyone's related to like old celebrities, so like of course no one's gonna know them, but I always know them. But it is funny. Like I think the other week it was like John Cryer, and I was like random. But it's always like nieces. Anyways, I think we talked about this before, but it's like nieces that are not directly related, and I'm like, okay, well, how would you know? How would you don't look like the person? I love that show. No, I would trust maybe not Frankie. He seems a little he's dubious.
Oh, is he? Is he
Right?
like a
I
little
feel like I just see him
sneaky?
comment on every TikTok in the world. You know, you always see Frankie Jonas on there. Kevin, I trust. They did make a purity ring joke on there. I forgot what it was, but it was something crazy. And I was like, yeah, I remember when they were all like, which makes it even crazier about the Nick Jonas thing, how they had the purity rings. And he's like with all of them. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
That was weird that was their marketing ploy, was the purity ring. I was like, what?
I guess they were trying to be like opposite of what's out there. They're like, we're actually pure and saving ourselves. And then all the
And
guys
they
were like, oh,
weren't.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then not at all. I mean, I don't know, but
And I feel
guesses.
like Joe is in the middle of a comeback though, because I mean he did the Harry Daniels collab. He's been on like a lot of TikToks.
I love it. Yeah.
So I feel like he's getting ready for like his own. I don't know. I care more about what Sophie's up to than
For
Joe's
sure.
up to.
I actually don't care at all about Joe because I feel like he really made her out to be like a bad mom, or at least people on his
At
team.
first, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was the one with the kids and she was out.
Yeah,
whatever.
like it seemed very marketed that way because you remember there was like pictures of him and the kids, even though you never see them, and it's like sus.
Uh-huh.
That's what I would like to believe, and I always I definitely take Sophie's side all the way in this divorce for sure, which is like
So
that.
Kevin is the only.
Kevin, I trust. He has the wife that's like New Jersey, little housewife making food and stuff. I like that. Yeah, I trust that for sure.
And then I was watching a video that was involving you, and it reminded me of like the lore of your beefs, and it was so funny because I know we talked about it before, the iPad gate of it all, but I was watching it.
iPad gate was real.
Justin kind of did like a summary of it and showed like a clip of Daniel talking about it as if it was like so serious, and it killed me. I was like,
no, Daniel did a video.
I mean, it's probably another thing where I must have known at the time because I was so like on the beat, but I did not remember it at all. And he was like, Daniel's talking about the iPad thing so serious.
What did he
like,
say?
He's like, we had a price limit of $50. It was on the invitation. Some people just must not have read it.
Ooh.
It was like very bad.
Okay.
And it was like
Damn.
going so dramatic about the iPad gate. It's like, you know, it's going to a good cause. Like some people like need to like start drama in order to, you know, get views, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But then they showed like the tags in the video and it was like hashtag Trisha Paytas, hashtag iPad, hashtag iPad Pro.
Damn, even Daniel was coming for
know,
me.
back in the
Oh my
day.
God, Daniel Prada.
But it just like, and I think with all the recent summer drama, like being fresh, like, you know, the Codys, the Ava Chris Tyson, all this stuff, and then versus iPad Gate in my head, I was like, damn, I was cracking up because the fact that someone regifting an iPad was like the biggest news and so unserious. I was like, those were the times. Like, I need this kind of drama back. I need, like, you know, this.
Same. I'm ready to start it for sure.
Me too.
Because that's honestly, like, yeah, the tea is this, right? Is like, some people need to start drama for views, but you're also making a video for views. Love Daniel. I'm gonna ask him when you're on your vacation. I might ask him, but I need to get to the bottom of this. Be like, why were you so shady to me? I got the uninvite, and you're gonna shade me, and I'm sorry. Regifting's tacky, point blank, period. But also, I was trying to make your party. I was trying to elevate it. A $50 budget, okay. It's like, let me bless somebody. And then we ended up blessing someone because you said someone needed that iPad. So we ended up doing it. Did it not work out? Everyone's happy.
Oh my God.
I miss that drama too. Daniel is on it. I hate when people make videos about drama. Makes video about drama. Same. Honestly, I get him.
Oh my God.
I know. Oh my God.
I love those past beefs. And I was trying to think, like, what your other, like, unserious ones. I feel like you were involved in a lot of, like, real beefs, but, like, who was, like, an unserious person that you were feuding with? I can't really remember.
Wait, let me think. Hold on. Unserious beefs. I've definitely been in unserious beefs.
I guess the Connor Franta. The Connor Franta one was so funny.
Where was he?
Tyler Oakley, Grace Helbig, Connor Franta. Where are you? Where are you now? That one is so
Connor
funny.
always eats, so he's like, I'm right here. Like, yes, babe, you are. That was for sure. Oh, man, that was a good one, though. I love Connor Franta. I think I was in a one-side beef with Grace. Hers was not that serious. I just saw her VidCon, and she was just ignoring people.
Whatever,
but
yeah.
also, like, I can relate. There has to be more. I feel like what's a funny one that was, like, ended up being so much bigger than it is?
I feel like the Gabbie one maybe started a little bit unserious, but then it got too serious.
That
you know
one
what
felt
I mean?
the hardest for me. That one felt so real. I had so much anxiety about that one.
Really?
Yeah, but like I guess like looking back, yeah, it's like unserious.
In retrospect, like especially comparatively to
But she
everything
gave me
now.
so much anxiety because
I think because she's so like she was just so on it, like she wouldn't let up. Like it was pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
And there was no like breaks. It was just like so severe. Like everything was so severe with like the Gabbie.
Because we're like same person but like different energies. You know what I mean? It's kind of like. Yeah, just a lot.
She's not letting up, so then you won't let up because she's not letting up.
Yeah, and I was so anxious about it. So that one was like that. That one I remember being the worst.
Dixie in retrospect, not the Charli element because she was like 16, but the Dixie one over Snails is also that's kind of funny.
So
to me.
unserious.
Yeah.
That was more embarrassing for me. Those are more like I wish I could forget those. Definitely there was an era I was beefing with people for literally no reason, and I think that was definitely one, the snail gate thing of it all. Very unserious.
But also, like, that one, too, I think, in general, everyone was kind of like, oh, yeah, Dixie was kind of, like, being bratty about the snails. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think your delivery was just more
Angry,
intense. Yeah,
very
like, if that
angry.
happened today, I feel like we would be able to keep.
Oh, I would totally be on their side. I would totally be like, you know, who cares? They didn't like the snail. I know, people didn't like my take last time on the sugar-free. I apologize. They're like, you're right. You're right. I actually do agree with you guys, but I was trying to, like...
I know, and I just kind of let you. I was like, okay, go off.
I get it. But I'm trying to also have my girl Demi's back, too. And I was trying to... But I get it. I totally get it. Hence why we were all mad at her. We were too mad at her. You know what I mean? She probably didn't realize. Obviously didn't realize.
Oh
you know what
my
I
God.
mean? That might have been unserious beef. I think me and Demi Lovato's sister had an unserious beef. She didn't like me. For that reason.
Oh my God.
God, no. I feel like there's so many more like lighthearted beefs.
I know.
I don't mind a lighthearted beef.
Me either. I kind of want us to start one, like,
no,
something like that.
No, I don't. Because I feel like we do sometimes talk about it lighthearted and then it gets like serious all of a sudden.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like there's been lighthearted ones where I'm like, it's all fun. And then they go so serious. I'm like, she needs to be taught a lesson or something. You know, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Let's not. So that's why I literally told Moses, I'm like, I need to stop bringing up things from the past because we've moved on. Everyone's moved on. And here we are. I was like, my headlines say iPad. I was like, oh no.
It just tickled me so much because I'm like, I miss days like this. Like, oh my God. Like, the fact that there was all these drama videos about an iPad giveaway is funny. It's camp. That is camp to me. Like, those were the days.
Sure.
Now everything is so, like, heavy and criminal and serious. I was like, can't someone just, like, give away an iPad?
Yeah.
You know, like,
that's
who?
why, like, JoJo's kind of like that. She's kind of unserious drama for the most part. She's unserious.
That's true.
I like a little lighthearted. Yeah. I like, you know, Ariana Grande, like, licking a donut. Like, you know, like, stuff like that. I think that's cute. That's our title. I like that one. Or me copying Ariana Grande. You know, like, she hates the impersonators.
Oh my God, that's so funny. As last episode, she hates the person.
I think so. Like the Paige Neiman's of it all, and you know, Gabbie did. You know, and It's fine.
Oh my god.
I could pass for her today. I think be her body double. She got I guess you're not supposed to comment. I like her body. I was gonna comment. I was gonna say mine's really fat compared to hers, but everyone's fine. Everyone has a beautiful arm. Did we have any one-sided beefs with celebrities? I feel like we have recently.
I had a one-sided beef with Emma Chamberlain. Actually, it was
What?
her side
Wait,
too.
what?
Yeah.
On air?
Not on the podcast. It was in my journalism, like field reporter days. Because when I asked her about the Dolan twins, and then her friends bullied me on Instagram a couple of days later.
Her friends or fans?
Her friends. It was. What were her? She had a squad, but not the sister squad. I think they were the Gerties. They were called the Gerties. And it was Emma Chamberlain and then Hannah Maloche, Ellie Thuman. They were the group. They were all like teenage. So I got over it really quickly because they were like 17.
Right.
But
those teenage girls will get you, though.
Yeah, they'll get you.
Yeah.
Especially me who was like, I like pro girl. Like getting bullied by girls was tough.
You didn't flip though. You didn't turn, so that's good.
I stuck it through.
Yeah.
But I asked Emma about the Dolan twins because it was like her like peak. It was like when she just like took off on YouTube and she was like, we're gonna be dating one. I forget which one of them. But then like a couple of days later, one of her friends like DM me on Instagram like, we didn't like that you asked her about this, blah blah. And they were like going in on me. I was like, damn.
What do you mean going in? What did they say?
I forget what exactly it was. It was giving kind of like Gabbie Hanna vibes though when Gabbie was on me, like, how dare you do this, blah, blah, blah. But like they answered it in the moment and like didn't say anything after. So like, how was I supposed to know? Like it was all good.
That's a tough one.
It was tough. Yeah.
Well, because it is hard, like in the moment you do. We talked about this before with someone else where it's like, kind of you don't know what to say. Like when something, like someone asks you a question, you're just like, God, what is it? Oh.
It was like with Jack Black and all that. Like when somebody says a remark that's so offhand, you can't even... People just laugh it off at that moment.
Or kind of Sabrina Carpenter, more stuff came out. More interviews have come out about with her and Dan. Have you seen that? Like,
no.
Maybe you saw the longer one the last time we talked about it, but then more stuff came out and just like so... Like how uncomfortable she was in like so many situations. She's like... And then she even asked him, she goes, why did you feel comfortable like asking that question?
Really?
Yeah, it was the one, I think maybe we cut it off where he showed me before. It was the one where he was asking her about what can you do in a minute? And then she goes, but it went on a long time. And then he's like, well, I'm asking you, you wrote it. She goes, well, obviously it resonated with you, so why that? And then he kind of went back and forth. It was like really awkward. And then she was just like, why would you feel like comfortable asking me that question? And then Zach goes in and he's just like, I'm feeling some tension here. And I was like, I don't think it's or
weird.
Maybe he said sexual tension. Maybe he did. I can't remember. But I was just like, so odd. But there was like a long compilation of just like her being asked these questions. I'm like, why did she go on? It was like so uncomfortable. But I guess like, what do you say in that moment? Because you're just like, and she handled it pretty well. But she was just like, what? It was crazy. But
at least mine was just like, so what's the deal with the rumors you dating Dolan? So
yeah. You ask those. I would never like I always say like, so I can never have like a James Charles on. Even probably JoJo. I'd be like just scared. I'd be like, I don't know, just having like a candy.
Really?
Yeah. I would want to. I like when people ask those questions.
You should say, let's go to some fan questions.
Yeah.
And then it's like, blame it all on the
that's
fan.
a good one. These are the ones I wrote, though. I just feel so awkward in person confronting people. You know what I mean?
I guess so. Yeah, I remember when I had like asked Sofia Vergara. I forgot what it was even about, but I know my work made me ask her like a personal question on like a red carpet, and I was so scared. I was like, what if she gets offended by this question? I forgot what it was.
You don't know what it was?
No, I think it was something. It must have been something about like her Joe Manganiello or something. I don't know. Oh. But she was nice about it though. I just was like went and I was like so scared to ask because it's Sofia Vergara, you know.
What would you if you didn't ask? What would have happened?
I think I would just get in trouble from my work. That's something I feel for journalists because a lot of people like. You know, the one that asked Billie Eilish on the Variety, like, oh, you came out as lesbian. You know what I mean? It's like, they get told to ask questions, but then the one who asks is the one that, like, gets in trouble. I guess it's the Brittany Broski effect, yeah.
The Brittany Broski.
But at least, like, a reporter, like, your paychecks are getting signed by a bigger authority. Yeah. You know, you can't really turn it down, so.
That's why I kind of don't like, I like working for nobody, you know what I mean? Because I imagine if I had a TV show, they might, like, make you ask a question. I'd be like, I'm going to ask that. Although, I don't know. Wendy Williams, I'm sure, when I ask a question, she'd be like, I'm not asking that. I don't know. Maybe you are forced to do certain things. Like, when she went in the audience, she should ask people, like, she looked like she hated her life when she did. Because I remember someone's like, she'd be like, oh, how did you lose the weight? And then the person would be like, you know, whatever, gastric. And she, oh, you cheated. Like, she just, like, hated her audience half the time, I feel. And I feel like they forced her to do that. Same with Tyra, too. I think she just, like, hated half the people that came on her show. But kind of fierce now. When I look back at Tyra, we talked about this before. I'm like, kind of love her. I kind of love her on her show. She like really didn't give a f. She was just like, I am just here to like look pretty and get a check, you know.
I guess you had one-sided beef with Tyra after the Tyra show. She never released a statement. Neither did Ellen. Nikki Tutorials is the one that canceled Ellen. That was fierce. That was fierce. Oh, you should have beef with Nikki Tutorials. That would be everything.
I love her. What's my beef with her dad? Love her. People used to like confuse. Well, at least they would tell me. They're like, oh, I thought you were Nikki tutorials and stuff
Really?
like that.
My
yeah.
other friend Stephanie would also get confused.
Oh.
We'd be at like a drag con and someone ran up to her and was like, Nikki, and she was like, I'm not Nikki tutorials.
Oh, your friend got
Yes.
confused for. Oh, I guess a lot
Uh-huh.
of people like Nikki tutorials.
Yeah.
I like it. I'll take it.
And Nikki's fierce, yeah.
Yeah, she's fierce for sure.
Is she still? She's still on YouTube. I know she's on TikTok. She did a TikTok with Lady Gaga a couple weeks ago.
God,
Yeah.
she really has the connections too.
Yeah.
She kind of always was. She always was like super connected. Yeah.
She's
I
like the
don't know.
unproblematic Michaela almost. Like, you know, she's like
Yes.
the so brand friendly. Every brand wants to work with her.
And Michaela's not even problematic. Her cancellations, they're very like Tana vibes. They're just a very like unserious. You know what I mean? Like the
I guess at the
mascara
end of the
game.
day, yeah.
And when you think about it, I'm like, oh my god. Or the Jaclyn Hill with the hairy lipsticks.
Again,
it's like,
comparatively to the current
oh yeah.
cancellations.
Damn, everything now is so heavy.
Serious,
it's just like, oh
yeah.
my god, which you know, rightfully so. But
Bring back a hairy lipstick. Bring back an eyelash gate. You know what I mean? Like, I miss it.
bring back the taxes, blocking someone's driveway with your car, and having all your tax information in the front seat. Daniel, I gotta talk to Daniel. I was just about to message him and be like, hey, you want to fill in for a co-host? And boy, would I love it. I think he could spill some tea. He's shady, but you know what? I love it. Like, I've been shady to I've probably been shady to him. You know, you can't.
And he also tweeted you something shady about the iPad gate, though.
What
I
did he
think
say?
I forget,
Oh,
but
I love
Dustin
it.
pulled up a tweet
Said it
too.
to my face.
Yeah, he did say it to your face.
I love
at least.
it. Yeah, he was really anti me. Well, you know, he's friends with like a group of people that didn't like me at the time. So,
Oh,
you
that's
know,
the
it happens.
loyalty.
You gotta
You
go.
bullied a lot of people on Shane's behalf
For
before.
sure. Bully? That's a strong. Who did I bully? I would like to know who I bullied. I feel like I've never done that. Who did I bully? I'm the
You
opposite.
stuck up for Shane on like.
I think I
and
stuck up
this
for
is-
Shane, but I definitely never was like that where I'm like, wow, people have to do this for attention. Like, I definitely never was that. Because I don't, as much as I was confrontational, I hate confrontation. I think, like, truly, that's why the Gabbie thing gave me anxiety, because I never really had, truly think about it, right? Like, beef where it's like back and forth. Like, there's people, right? There's people that people have beef with or that have allegations with or whatever. But it's like, I never really had another person. It was always like, when I think of my cancellations, like the transgender, the DID, like it always was kind of like me, right? Like I never had like a back and forth
That's
with
true.
someone.
And then other people would chime in, but they were all.
Oh, maybe like
yeah.
Tati, but I definitely didn't bully her.
That's what I was thinking, Tati.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, I was aggressive.
But also, it's
I
not
guess
like
angry.
she knew. I don't think. I
And
don't
probably
get any
didn't
idea.
Yeah. No, I agree with you though. Like I definitely can be shady for sure. So that's why I can't be mad when someone was shady back. I would. Old me definitely would be like, you little bitch. But it's like, can't be mad at it. And now Daniel and I are cool. But apparently he's going out of the country or something soon because someone asked him if he's producing Escape the Night movie. And he's like, oh, no, but I wish. First of all, is that actually happening?
I don't know. I haven't kept up
It
with
sounded
it.
like it was happening because Daniel's like, oh, they asked. Like, I could have been part of it, but I'm leaving the country on the dates. I'm like, wait, so it's happening?
They raised not the GoFundMe, the Kickstarter, one of those funding things for it, I think.
Rosanna Pansino's in it.
Are you in it?
Definitely not.
Oh.
Hard pass. Didn't get offered. But I heard rumors that they'd be like, we want Trisha. I was like, absolutely not. I think I shut down a couple. I think I was being a little shady. It's like, absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It was
like-
a no now.
Yeah, La
It was
Roche.
a no forever. That was
Yeah,
your
exactly.
motto.
Yeah. I don't care who said no to me. It's like, if anyone said no, it's a no. Forever. Anyways, yeah, nothing's that serious the other day. Nothing except when it's serious, like Cody Cole.
Gee, yeah.
But you know, we love the dramas. I don't want to be in any beefs. I don't want to be
Oh,
in any
damn.
beefs.
I was going to pitch you an I Just Seen beefing. I feel like that would be a random one.
I could probably come for that, yeah. But it would be one-sided because she wouldn't like fight back. Like it's just not, it's not fair. I don't want to fight. I'm a lover, not a fighter these days. I'm very happy. I was thinking about that too. The Dustin Daily. I love Dustin Daily. And I asked him too. I saw the video. And I was like, can you recap this for me? Because like, what's happening? Like I need to know. But I love that he's like bringing it. But I'm like, I just hate. Yeah, I'm trying to bring up stuff from the past, even like the Shane and stuff like that. I'm like, God, do I really want to go back when I can just keep going forward? It's fun. It's cute. It's whatever. But even like writing a book, I thought about it. I was like, oh my God, do I really want to like relive everything? Like maybe for a cute check, you know what I mean? But I don't think like just all the time because it can be draining. And then you're like, oh, I'm living like my dream life now. Like why am I going back to the past? You know what I mean? I don't
That's
know.
true. Although you just have too many iconic moments
That's
too.
true.
So many come
No, I
up.
love
Like
it.
you eating the pizza on the bed naked. I see all the time these days.
Oh yeah, was that on YouTube or
I
was
was
that
a
on
YouTube video.
Was it
Yeah, because there was a
naked?
title under it.
Must have been like, oh maybe Patreon.
Oh, maybe
Before
that's
we
what.
went, we're not 18 plus anymore. Before I was like on Patreon, I was 18 plus Patreon. Maybe
I
don't
keep
know. Or
saying that.
OnlyFans.
Everyone's
OF.
like, I know exactly how this feels. Like everybody that has like withstood the test of time.
So funny.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I was doing OF in that apartment. I know that apartment, so it must have been Patreon.
Can you imagine who is living in your apartment now? Like, do they know the history?
Well,
Like,
it was a TikToker. It was a famous TikToker.
Wait,
she had long
really?
blonde hair. She was like one of like 6 sisters who have like really long blonde hair. Her name's like Katarina, and she was like in the kitchen area, in the exact apartment.
Whoa.
But I think she's moved out since then, so I don't know. But everyone would say this is Trisha Paytas' kitchen.
I can't imagine someone like normal living there.
Yeah, right.
Like a regular person.
It's kind of haunted too. I was like really kind of
The
scary.
vampires eating tampons. Like, there's a lot going on there.
There's a lot of lore there. I think Eddie Murphy's like ex-wife lived there before me.
What?
Yeah, something crazy. I don't know. There was always this like weird. There was darkness in that apartment towards the end for sure, and dark vibes. It was not good. So don't live there. That girl moved out, so she probably was like, I'm out of this. It is interesting. I would love to know, or like who is gonna live in this house after we're gone. You know what I mean? Like it's just crazy to think about. I guess they like tear down houses sometimes too if it's like too historical. Yeah. Like I think the Manson. Well, like someone got murdered there, but like the Manson house was torn down, the Cielo Avenue, whatever. Who else? You just said someone recently in their house.
Idaho house that
that
got
it?
torn down.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think. Well, I guess if something gruesome happens, but yeah. But like if someone, God, I hope someone just buys it as is. You know what I mean? Like buys this house
with this studio in here and everything. Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be cute. And it becomes like a little like bedroom. They put a bed in here. That'd be cute. I love it. I think I'll have this house forever until we die. So I want another house, but I like this house too. I'll keep it forever. Also, moving everything sounds like a. Was that the title? I mean, hopefully.
Hopefully, I don't know.
Are you gonna change it up?
We'll sleep on it, I guess.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be iPad. Like Trisha reacts to the iPad drama from 2018.
I thought that's what you wanted. I was like, okay.
I just needed something to work with. I'm like, I don't know.
Trisha reacts to
something. We'll see where it takes me.
To beef.
I'm a little unhinged today, but I'll sleep on it.
Okay. Well, if anyone wants to know why we're talking about it, we were talking about it being the title. So everyone's like, why are you talking about the past if you don't want to talk about the past? Well, we didn't have a title for today. Like you said, the Olympic muffins weren't cutting it, so.
I'll do like the thumbnail test. I'll do one where it's like the you and the drama, then one where it's the muffins and like.
That would be crazy. Gets 1 million views.
You never know.
You never know. I'm down for it. Let's do it for sure.
Oh,
Did you have final words? You put a microphone to your mouth. Do you have final words?
No, I was thinking of this, like the Olympic athletes. Naked athletes and Olympic muffins.
Okay. No, not that title. Moses sometimes has like comments about the title. Like, I don't know if that's the title. I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. We can't come up with anything better. Clearly, I can't either. That's good. Okay, let me try to title this one. I think this title should be. Let me see. Okay, I'll do something not the Olympic. I think it should be like Jonathan Bailey dating Trisha Paytas. That's what I would probably title it if I was titling it myself.
And it's a picture of me with a broken heart.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those like.
That's actually kind of fierce.
Okay. Trisha Paytas. Yeah, that's true.
We should try that for an episode where it's like you guys come up with the titles just to see.
Absolutely
That'd be funny.
We would tank instantly. Views would go down. I think alone, you're so good at coming up with titles. And I was like,
but you slayed. There was like, what was it? In the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, contemplating life. I was like, that is so fierce.
Well, I think it's fierce because it's ironic and not good. Like, I think that's why it's the camp of it all. It's not good. And so you have to come up with ridiculousness, you know? I wish I could have like a produced content over there, titled thumbnails, but it's just for shits and gigs, you know what I mean? And I hope you guys had shits and gigs this episode. Oscar brought the gigs, you bring the shit. We love Oscar. I love you guys. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/JustTrish, where we'll be eating out of the Wolverine buckets, reacting to Oscar's interviews, and possibly eating Olympic meals. There it is. All its glory. There's the mug of the day. There's the bucket of the day. Shoes of the day. Go use a bidet. It's better than using toilet paper. We love you guys, and we'll see you in the next Just Trish. Bye.